Boop. And boop. Okay. We're live. I think. Probably. We are. Yes. Yes. Okay. That's what I like to see. How's it going, everybody? We are going to be playing on King SMP today. We are currently wrapping up the river project, and I can't wait to show you guys all the plan here today. But if you're on the Twitch side, don't forget to submit your taxes and collect the first redemption. But if you don't want it, that's okay too. Alright, we are here. Now, there's been a slight change of plans. So, this river, it looks great. As it turns out, I logged on today and Cozy has done like almost all of it. So huge thank you to Cozy for all this. Like, it is amazing. But there is a slight issue, and I'm gonna show you guys that right now, actually. And you'll see. Basically, you know, my goal was when you were down here, you were just going to fill in a water bottle and then click the dirt and turn it to mud. As it turns out, unfortunately, flowing water doesn't allow you to fill in your water bottle, so you have to swim up to the surface and then swim back down, up and down in order to do that. It would take forever. So what I'm thinking we're gonna do is we're probably gonna just skip that, and we're just gonna kind of go through and bone meal it all. And then what we may do is we'll do some terraforming along the edges here just to kind of fill that in. And that'll probably be what we're going to do today. Sadly, that's just what we have to do, it seems. It's not what I want, but it is what we're getting. King, I'd like to report a grief on your mountain, I guess. Where at? I went to the ER last night. How did that go, by the way, Swifty? Also, congrats on grabbing first, and thank you for submitting your taxes. Relos, welcome on in on the YouTube side. Mick, hello. Cozy, hi. How's it going? Coral, thank you for submitting your taxes. Mountain Fear, welcome in. Thank you for submitting yours. Nafan, welcome. How's it going? And then, slash TPA accept. What's up? Okay. I fell in that hole earlier. I mean, you broke stone like 8 minutes ago, I guess. It looks like all of this is 8 minutes ago. Hang on, just slash CO rollback. 9 minutes. Radius of, let's say 5. Boop. Okay. What about all this? That's just dirt. Okay, we can remove all that. It's a cool command. Yeah, I can reset basically anything anybody does in this world. It's awesome. Let's see. I was waiting to get first. Oh no. Bummer, Mountain Fear. Welcome in, though. Cozy, thank you for spending your taxes. They think I pulled a muscle really badly, like in your chest somewhere, probably. I'm sorry. That sucks. Hopefully they can, hopefully they gave you something to help kind of relax that muscle a little bit and get a little more relief. Hopefully. Is that Sippy Wimpy? It is me. How's it going, Gussie Wussy? Good to see you. How's my king? Hey, Spicy. Hello. Good to see you. Welcome on in. We are doing pretty good. We're chilling. We have... How many creepers did you guys explode? How many creepers did you guys explode? Oh my goodness. That was 8 hours ago? Okay. So rollback. Time. 8 hours. Radius. 5. That did not... Oh, that was 10 hours ago. My bad. Okay. Sweet. Server down, Pink broke it again. You gotta leave it to Pink, man. Pink will destroy any and every server. It was bold of them to let him out with Skyblock Kingdoms. It was very, very bold. Let's see. Did you buy Big Tree? Okay, I'm on my way. That's good. Tell Gussie Wessie he will never take my #1 spot on YouTube chat. Gus, Spicy wants you to know that that you're never gonna get #1 in YouTube chat. Okay, so you're thinking over here, kind of what's going on. I see. Yeah, I kind of want him to like do a smooth transition from down here all the way up. Or possibly, like you said, leveling it out so it's all the way over here. Because by the time you do a transition, it's going to basically be there. Or go down gradually. Yeah. Quite honestly, yeah, it might just be better to take out all of this area. Maybe move the conduit over, and then we could kind of level it out really quick. It wouldn't take us long, I don't think. Hopefully. That's heck yeah, brother. Heck yeah. I hear thunder. Oh boy. How bad of a storm are we supposed to get today? I will just say, every time that we have any rain, I just say this to cover my butt. If the power goes out, wait like 10 minutes. If I'm not back by the end of those 10 minutes, don't expect me to come back. That's the unfortunate truth. I live in one of those areas. You know, it is what it is. I have an idea. Okay, I'm down to hear your idea. Because anything to get this done in a timely manner, I'm all for it. He lives in a McDonald's. I do. I play me some King SMP, but I cannot touch my PC. I'm transferring 4 terabytes and I don't want to interrupt it. That is so fair, dude. Don't blame you one bit. Do you know where Bedrock screenshots go? They go... There's a pause menu. Oh, sea lanterns. Okay. In the pause menu, there's like a little... I want to say in the achievements menu even, you have to go in there to find it. But I'm not familiar, like, what folder they go into. Burger King is better than McDonald's. I mean, it's been a while since I've had Burger King. They're alright, if I remember correctly. I don't really like either of them, if I'm honest. I eat them just to eat them, light it up so no monsters. That would be a good idea, at least to start with. That would be a really good idea. We'll probably end up removing it at some point. Just when we're ready to actually be done with this whole project. But it would save us from all the, it would save us from all the drowns, which are a problem right now. My home-cooked foods are better than both. Dude, home-cooked is where it's at. You cannot beat a meal from the home. Forgot the second thing I was gonna say. I know the first thing, though. Oh, okay. Waterbed. Sleep, 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 sleep. And then I need to also come down here really fast, and then, like... that. Okay. There we go. Meals, not foods. I'm smart. You're smart. You got it. I'm so laggy. Oh no. The person who griefed my base must have been a hacker or exploiter or someone who knows a bunch of glitches. If you could take me to the base, I can fix it, probably. Cannot be a meal from home. Not be a meal from the homies. Ah, there you go. There you go. I think it'd be cool, if I made a base before the server ends. Absolutely. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, the server end date is coming up. I still need to set the official time, but I'm thinking it's going to be probably around September 19th is kind of the time. It has to end before the 21st because I got to be able to download the world. But yeah. What are you talking about? We haven't exactly been hiding it. The server is wrapping up soon. Let's see. Do you want me to do some sea lanterns or no? You can do them for now. We may pick them up later, but it would definitely help stop the drowned. So that'll be good. And it may look even better than what we thought it would. Let's see. Oh man, look at all those. Look at all these guys. Oh my goodness. Boop, boop, boop. You get out of bed anyways. There you go, there's a reason. Whatever the reason is to get out of bed, it's a good enough reason. That's all that matters. Hello, silly, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. 911 keeps calling me, it's giving me a headache. Let's see. Just been lying in bed all day. That's, you know, valid. That's valid. You were probably at the ER a pretty long time. They're very slow. Just due to priority and such. Which, I mean, with chest pains, they probably priority passed you to an extent, but it doesn't necessarily mean much. What's the IP and what version? If you check the pinned chat message in YouTube, it's right there. But it's 1.21.8. And the IP is a long list of numbers that I'm not going to read off. Can you give me a book and quill? I could probably get one, yeah. Give me a second. Not bad. Nah, you're all good, dude. I should go rob Gus. Do it. Everybody should rob Gus. Got that funny heart thing? EKG? Okay. Yeah, where they attach the electrodes to your chest, your arms, and your legs. That's a fun one. I've had that done, I think, 3 times now. I don't remember. The worst part is that it just pulls off some of my hair with the electrodes. I have a lot of leg hair. It's, yeah. It's unfortunate. Okay, so I got the ink. I need some feathers. I have feathers somewhere, surely. Or maybe I don't. And I just think I should, but I actually don't. I need to switch to get one. Have you ever had a brain scan? Not yet. I'm sure I'm gonna have one before long. I need to go get genetic testing, which isn't gonna be a requirement. I'm not gonna need a brain scan for that in specific, but I'm sure it's gonna pop up some things that they're gonna want a brain scan for. My genetics aren't terrible, but they're not great. So I'm anticipating a lot of things getting flagged in the genetics that they're gonna say, hey, we want to test that. And I'm gonna be like, okay, fine. Not yet as crazy. I mean, I'm just being realistic in all honesty, especially with my brain fog that I get. They're probably gonna want to test some of my brain function if some of it doesn't come back the way we think it will. Let's see. How do you... I need like a bookshelf. There we go. That's fair. That was cool. I kept taking them off so much, I forgot where they put them. You were taking off the electrodes? Why were you taking off the electrodes? My guy, they'll do that for you. Okay, who wanted the book and quill? Electro, don't do that. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, after I was out, like the stickers, they left them on? Why'd they leave them on? Me wanted book and quill? Okay, I'm on my way. Let's see. I think the green dot is cozy. So you're the purple dot, probably. Think I had that thing too and they forgot to take the electrodes off me? Really? Just in case I had to do it again? Weird. I've never... That's everything you said. Your hospital doesn't sound like the best. Mine? Or Cozy's? I've had a... I don't go to the hospital. I go to a clinic, but similar deal. I guess I just missed you. There you go. Oh, you don't show up on my map. Okay, I gotcha. Never mind. Let's see. Are they supposed to remove them? They're supposed to, yeah. I mean, I guess like they don't have to, but yeah. Moonbeam ice cream, taking off your blue jeans. It's a great song. W song, in fact. This might be wrong of me, but I'm gonna remove this. You know, a more W song? Do you mean like your mom? They didn't when I put them on my head? Huh. That's interesting. I don't know. They've always taken it off of me. I don't know. Why is everyone wanting me to rank glazed terracotta now? I don't know, man. You ought to make it controversial, though. Make magenta the top one. What version are we in, King? What version of Minecraft? Natively 1.21.8, but you can play on anything 1.21 well, technically you could play 1.21 or 1.9, I guess, and up, but I wouldn't recommend it. At least 1.21.6. But 8 has some crash fixes. Is 28 the most recent? Yes. 21.8 is more recent. Actually use a lot of glazed terracotta in building. That's fair. It is actually a pretty decent block, really. There are a lot of good options. Playing RL, craft while typing, bad idea. Yeah, that isn't a great idea, that's for sure. For my RPD, they wanted an EKG on my head. That sticky stuff was on my hair forever. Yeah. That... Are you stripping my logs? No, okay. I was gonna say, are you stripping my logs? That was crazy. Okay. It's great with world edit. Oh, I bet. Yeah, you could do a lot with world edit and glazed terracotta. The chest x-ray as well? Okay. I have no wood. Now you're good. I don't have an emergency, man. I've only ever called 911 once. And it was to report a cow in the middle of the road. I kid you not. It was just because there was a cow wandering in the middle of our road. And my mom was like, you should call in. I'm like, I don't want to call it in. She's like, you should call it in. I'm like, fine. Did you call 911 or a non-emergency line? We didn't know our non-emergency line or who had jurisdiction in that area to even look it up. And we live in an area where you can't get really good service there. So I called them and they said, what's your emergency? I was like, it's not really an emergency, but there's a cow wandering in the middle of our road. and it's holding up traffic. And they're like, oh, a what now? A cow in the middle of the road. Okay. Hacker, your mom. I hacked your mom's computer. I hacked your mom's computer. If you didn't know that, now you do. Did a chest x-ray as well. That's fair. They definitely did the run-of-the-mill on you then. EKG, they have to check your heart rate and blood pressure anyway. And they hit him with, don't call 911 on your mom like that. That's crazy. I didn't know my sister was in the middle of the road. Okay, y'all roast some family members left, right, and center. That's crazy. It's not normal speed. I can assure you, I am going normal speed right now. Do what to the cow? Innocent? What? I'm so confused. King, why don't you remove the locator bar? You can remove your own locator bar if you do. I don't know why people are so, like, privacy driven when it's an SMP. Do you know the M in SMP stands for multiplayer? Like, I don't know. MP, multiplayer. Why do we all want to act like we don't want to play together? That's all I'm wondering, okay? I'm removing that. I'm just so confused. Everybody's acting like it's gonna kill them or something. It's like... We have land claims, so it's not... People aren't going to go to your base and grief it. You've got the assurance that I can reset it if they do grief it. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Genuinely speaking, I can attest, locator bar isn't going to hurt you. How do I claim, though? What's the command? So there's NPCs that spawn that could have told you that. But I'm gonna assume you probably didn't look at them. So if you do /XC or xclaim, whichever one, that's how you claim. Y'all don't pay attention, do you? I'm gonna show you guys now. If you do /spawn and back here in this cave, you can click on these guys and they'll say all the things. But when you first spawn in, okay, this is gonna blow your guys' minds. But let's see, in the onboarding area, when you first log in, it takes you here. It says right here, click on NPCs to learn about our plugins. It usually says it above this guy too, but it doesn't for whatever reason this time. The update broke it, but you can click on all these guys and they'll tell you everything you need to know. I mean, I'll forgive you this time because it doesn't say it here, but it does say it right there. All of you people could read, okay? I know you can read. Please do it for your own good. /home village. I'm going to find my secret base. I know, what are you ever gonna do with your secret base on a survival multiplayer server when it gets found and then it gets griefed and then I reset the griefing? What are you ever gonna do? Swifty is here, he is. Kinda got at a point, to be honest, so check them right now. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit too sarcastic, probably. It's just, I have a lot of people join the server and then ask me all these questions that are answered within those NPCs, man. It hurts me. It hurts me so bad. They injure 2 vials of blood, yeah. Probably checking for vitamin deficiencies and or blood sugar as well. Thing is, the colors are kind of bugged with NPCs, probably just for me, but it makes it hard to read. Yes, the colors are bugged out right now. Still waiting on an update for the plugin to fix that. If they don't update it by Season 4, I'm going to be impressed. But when Season 4 launches, we may just go without NPCs, which would throw a damper on the plan. but it is okay. There's a reflection on the water. Yes. Yes, there is. We have shaders. I'm using complementary reimagined. King, please come here. I will in a second. Let me just sleep. And then I'll be over there. Let's see. I'm gonna come beat up King for real. I don't grieve. That's crazy. My mom and dad didn't get back until after I went to bed anyway. My mom, dad, and sister were talking about her moving. We're all low-key hyped. Are you hyped about your sister moving, or... And is your sister hyped too? I'm curious. I'm really curious. There's reflection on water. I don't understand everything in Minecraft. I give up. You don't have to understand everything, but if you take like a little bit of time to learn a little bit every day, you'll understand a lot about Minecraft. I still don't understand everything about Minecraft, and I've been playing for a couple of years now. Well, 13 years. I spent an embarrassing amount of time spelling could. That's okay. That's okay, Coral. It happens. I thought I was gonna be able to sleep, but it looks like I can't. Oh, the sun's up there. I thought it was back there. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Couple to 13. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Okay, I need to slash TPA to Mick. Boop. I may have heard you wrong, but I think you said 13. I've been playing 13 years, yes. Oh, I fell. Help. I gotcha. Boom. I scraped my knee. Well, I'm gonna go find your mom. I don't understand redstone couple. Okay, listen. Okay, I understand redstone. I understand redstone to an extent, but not perfectly. Did you steal my happy guest? That's crazy, dude. What the heck? Happy when I see happy guest. Hey, what's up? I need to buy... What do you need to buy? Some rockets. I see. So, funny thing. Unfortunately, my creeper farm isn't running, really. But I'm gonna see if I can get you some rockets. Let me see what I can do. I may need to, like, AFK it for a little bit tonight. I meant to do that last night, but then I ended up being busy, and then I forgot. I have not gotten, like, anything done ever, and it's killing me so slowly. I am so slow. King was flirting last night. Oh, yeah, totally. I'm just gonna put my rocket box right here, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go... Let's see if I can find any gunpowder. I've got a little bit there. Okay, we can use this. You have a raid farm. Don't that give gunpowder? Yeah, I think it should. Let me go check and see if there's still any gunpowder in there. That's a good point, Cozy. Thank you. Let's see. King, you need to make a shop near your base as a build, and it's built into the tree like a tree house, and people can actually trade stuff with you or workers. There, you could pay workers at the shop and give them a small percentage of the money that you earn from the shop. That actually sounds kind of cool. I'd work for the shop. I'd definitely work. Anything for the money. We have a shopping district, but it doesn't really get utilized very much. Next season, it will hopefully be used a little more. I'm going to be revamping the whole shopping thing. But yes, there's a couple of people who do stuff like that. One of them being Jerv. You guys probably met them at some point in time if you played on the server. There we go. Okay, we do have a little bit of gunpowder. We're good. Oh, that's not good. I just dropped that down. It's fine. Everything's okay. You know, I kind of forgot I need my paper still, so I gotta go back. Give me a second. Let me come back down here, though. Boop, 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 boop. King was flirting last night. Everyone flirts with Gus. At least every guy. That's crazy. I don't usually, okay? Can I have a piece of glass from someone or stone? Either one works. I could probably bring you some in a minute. My PC froze? Oh no. Is like the whole PC frozen, or is it just Minecraft? If it's Minecraft, Alt F4. That's what I do if it freezes up. King can't go 10 seconds without flirting with Gus. I could not be caught dead flirting with Gus. Gosh. Throw that in there. Okay. He's doing it right now. He's using sign language with one hand. Oh yeah. Yep. I was gonna say under the table, but that has like some really bad connotations with that, so I'm gonna retract that thought and statement. I think that's just for the best. That's how good he is. He can beat the game with one hand. Everything apart from my mouse. Interesting. That's weird. That's really, really, really strange. You can always do Control-Alt-Delete and then restart your PC from there or open Task Manager and see if that helps anything. Let's see. Yeah, she said she's frustrated with us. We're hyped because she talked down to all of us and everything we do. I understand women to an extent, but not perfectly. Me too. Women are crazy. I understand them, like you said, to an extent, but then they go and say and do things that just don't make any sense, and I don't understand it. I would like to understand it, but I can't. The capability to understand women has been, like, taken away from me. Amen. Let's do that. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Got kicked for flying. That's crazy. Why were you flying, dude? Have some rockets. They're free. On the house. It's a happy guest. Yeah, no kidding, you were flying. I do too much. My mom and dad legit asked me if I'm gay. That's crazy. Your reputation, man. It's going down the drain. Women confuse me. King, you just lost the game, bruh. Wonder if I have time to design my theme park and build it on King SMP. Well, you've got about 1.5 months, I would say. So maybe. I'm not gonna say you do or don't. You'd have to do some insane amount of grinding, though. Dude, I'm struggling with the name of the part. Hey King, what's up, Nick? What's up? Let's see. I got 2 questions. Okay. I might have answered. I have an idea for the park. Okay. Needs to be something world. Wonderland Heights theme park. I don't think that's gonna work with Swiftu's idea there. There's no idea what the something should be. Hear me out. You just call it something world. My 2 questions. Okay. I'm listening. 4 questions, actually? Okay. I'm still listening. I just couldn't tell. It's not a terrible idea, something world. Yeah, absolutely. Like, it would be a pain in the butt to write on any signs on, like, if you were doing, like, a big sign overhead or something, but it would be really cool. I think, anyway. Okay. What I need to do is I need to come over here. I need to see if what Cozy's gotten up to so I can kind of help a little bit with it. It looks like not much. That's okay. Because what I'm going to try anyway... Let's come down here to 48. Okay. Let me go around to the other side and find where 48 is there. Quaid World. There you go. That's the name. Sorry, I had to restart my PC. No, you're good, dude. Don't apologize. I appreciate all you've helped with so far, like, genuinely. 1, can I get that one piece of glass? 2, can I get a bunch of torches? I need them. 3, will you play Animal Company soonish? When the server resets, the new season happens, and what gets taken, builds inventories. Also, I want a glass pane instead of block. Okay, give me, like, a second. give me a second. Let me go get that glass. I could probably give you a few torches. Animal Company, probably not. But maybe. I'm not gonna rule it out completely. And then what gets taken? Everything. When we change seasons, it's a whole new world. Our next season will hopefully be our last. So season 4 will probably last forever. Just because I'm kind of sick and tired of losing my worlds. In all honesty. A lot of the time, you know, people... I build really cool things, and I would like to keep working on them forever. And, so you needed torches as well, right? And a lot of the time, you know, that stuff just ends up getting erased completely because we restart our world. And I'm a fan of Forever Worlds, but I know a lot of people aren't. So that's why we've never done one before. But I think if we walk into next season with that being the full intent, and we have enough tools in there to help people want to stay on, everything will be okay. How many pages in a book and quill? I think you can have unlimited. What? Oh, yeah, I may or may not have accidentally phrased that in a way that sounded a lot worse than it was. Yeah, no. There will be a season 4, but season 4 will last forever, hopefully. 50? 50. You can have 50 pages. Hello, normal user. Welcome on in. The park is gonna have, like, a superhero world? Okay. You're thinking pretty big. I don't know if it would be a good idea for you to try to build it necessarily before the end of the season, but I think you can. It's gonna be a tight fit, is the thing. But I think you could do it. Okay. Why would we build all this if it's gonna be gone? Because it's fun. We build in Minecraft because that's what we like to do. Oh my gosh. Did you guys destroy this too? I swear. /COI. It's fine. It's fine. Let me go grab some more grass really quick. I need dirt. Dirt. Wait, did it says so. It's all good. I like giving you guys a hard time. Do I have any dirt? I don't. Let me go grab some. It's not gonna take too long. 1 hour with you feels like 60 minutes. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. I don't think it's either or, but I'll take it. Riz indeed. I'm sorry. You're good. If I don't, it'll be my Tricks SMP base. That's a good idea. I have no clue how close next season of Tricks SMP is, but I'm excited for it. It's coming in at a really clutch time, in all honesty. With the fact that King SMP is ending within a couple weeks, months, really, I don't know. Tricks SMP coming back around is gonna be cool. Let's see, You might even see 2 Tricks SMP seasons wipe through before you see season 4 of King SMP. It's gonna be a while until the next one comes in. I'm very disappointed with how long it's gonna take, but that's just kind of how that goes. Let me TPA over to you, Mick. 1 hour with you feels like 60 minutes, and with other people it feels like 30. I don't know how to take that. I do not know how to take that. Here's some stuff for torches, and then there's some glass. Enjoy. Very nice. Oh, you're actually quite literally right in my build. Okay. Was not expecting that. That does mean I gotta be a little more careful with this cliff. Okay. He's a big back? What the heck, man? You have to, like, hit me with that. Jeez. You taking digs at Mr. Nogson? It seems like it. The only superhero I have right now is, like, a city crime fighting nerd who can see past future almost like Doctor Strange. So he just messes with criminals and stops them from doing crimes before they even start because he knows every crime. Dang. Okay. I kind of like that idea. 1 hour with you feels like 60 minutes. And wait, what? I already read that. What's a big back? Me, apparently. I am a big back. I'll let chat explain themselves. I will let them explain themselves on what that means. Okay, we gotta decide how we want to tackle this build. That doesn't sound nice. It's not. They're not very nice to me. So I could do a canal, which would look really cool, I hope. Hang on. There we go. So we could do a canal, which would be really easy, I think, and we could do it probably all today. Or we could try to do cliffs, which is going to take me a lot longer, but it might still look cool. I don't know. I bet he might a really depressing time where he can't stop a crime and it, like, kills his mother. So maybe he doesn't necessarily see the past and future, but he sees a version of the past and future. And so, like, he has to decipher what is his future and what is a multiversal future or something like that. Maybe. Big back is a fat person, large, omega. That's crazy. Dang, said it straight up. Yep. Can I build a boat? Yes. Yes, if you would like to build a boat, I would love for you to build a boat in anywhere, really. But especially in that little area. Authentication servers are down. Okay. 1 hour with Mr. Nogginson feels like a nanosecond because he's just that cool. Let's go. I'll take it. I know I really want a time travel one. You should do it. You should just do it. What happened? Server went down temporarily. It does that sometimes. We're good, though. I know how to fix it, which is kind of why we're ending this season. And why I'm moving to the other stuff. But we'll get there when we get there. Is that why everything was lagging? No, it shouldn't be lagging. It may have made your ping drop a little bit, but it wouldn't make, like, server lag. JJ Brown, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I need to update some plugins, it looks like. Guys, every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes. This is bad. We must stop this. That's crazy. Okay. My meeting with Paul Rosenberg went well. I can't say what was said, but it's hype. Hey, let's go, dude. I'm flexing it. Well, if you're trying to do something to my server, it's not working. So, like, get good or something. What happened there was a completely natural consequence. Let's try to do a canal. I like that idea. Let's see, what? I'm assuming when you said plexing it, you're doing something to my server. I don't know what in the world plexing means, but, yeah. I'm going to have a fictional owner of the park, so if I ever want to make that horror game, I can't do it. Absolutely. Imagine you can fly. Where are you going? The temptation to say your mom's house is high, but I'm not going to. I don't know. I don't know where I'd fly. I'd fly into the sky. But I don't know... You know, like, that's obvious. But what would I do? You know, I could fly anywhere. I could fly to see anyone, anything. But would they want to see me? You know, that is the question. I want to give you a genuine answer, honestly. I just can't think of one. Mars, my people. Way too dumb to do anything to your server. Then what did you mean exactly when you said plexing it? That whole thing confused me, I'm not gonna lie. Oop. I need to refill my iron really quick. And I'll pick up King. Oh boy. Road trip. Or sky trip, I guess? I don't know. Do that. Okay. Okay. Sweet. This one will just go right there. And then we gotta swap pickaxes because I threw up too. Alright, Mars, my people, then I'll pick up King. I'm gonna have like a random show about planets like the president's one. There you go, dude. You're set. You're coming up with all the ideas. I'm loving it. So the question is, do I want to keep up with the white that I've been doing? I'm kind of tempted to say yes. So we could take like this. And we take all of that. Do I have any more quartz is the question. The answer is probably more than likely no. Okay. I just want to know. That's all I want to know. Oh, your name is Plex in the game. Okay, I gotcha. So amazing. You're amazing, dude. Boop, boop. And then I have a box of granite, which should go over here, basically. That's what you said in my YouTube chat, like, not too long ago. Let's see, Okay, what's up? What's up? I present to you. It hurted. Oh boy. Read it on stream. I will read it here in a second. Let me catch up on chat, then I can read. Then we'll jump Jonathan, who's Jonathan? I don't know. We'll cross that path when we get there. Okay. Yeah, I have no clue who Jonathan is, but yeah, we'll figure that out. That's fine. Okay. Time to read. One time I was sick at home and my stomach hurt really bad. I was throwing up about 12 times a day and it was horrible. About 3 days in, we looked up the symptoms and found out I had appendicitis. I went to the ER and they said they couldn't do surgery on me. I'm still mad at them. An ambulance had to come and the rooms were so big and had an entrance for ambulances. There was literally an ambulance right next to me in my room. I was mad at the other hospital, as I said at the beginning of the stream, because they couldn't do surgery and they were bad at putting in the IV and it really hurt and took a long time. They took me to the second hospital and gave me this backpack thing full of stuff for me since I'd be in the ER for about a week. It had drawing and coloring books, a dog plush who I named Ruffles, and even a shirt and hat. They did the surgery, and the catheter made it hurt so bad whenever I tried to use the restroom. Yeah. It took me about the full rest of the week before I could walk somewhat normally since the surgery was right above my legs. Anyways, I got ice cream after, but it wasn't worth it. Getting surgery, especially for appendicitis, is a 1.2 out of 10 experience. Do not recommend. The ice cream is doing some heavy lifting if it gets you up to 1.2. GG's, though. You took it like a champ, man. I'm gonna put it in this middle chest here. Okay. So, I need to come back around this way. Middle chest is the works chest. Okay, gotcha. Full of my amazing works of art. There you go. We love works of art. 7 hours to go on this file transfer. Nice. It's a pretty big transfer, huh? I don't know what you're transferring necessarily, but I hope it goes well. Okay. What I'm thinking is we'll put our smooth stone here for now. I've got a plan for it, I just need to wait for a minute. We need quartz. Let me go get some quartz really quick. So I needed to check over here. There was like a little bit in one of these chests. Oh, it's our plane in a box. I forgot about this. Okay, take that shulker here. You said you didn't hear what we call you, so I'm gonna abuse that power. That's crazy. For the rest of the stream, I'm gonna call you Alfonso Poo Poo Fatty the Third as long as I remember. Oh boy. Okay. I probably won't remember, but okay. You're like, well, who are you calling that? Why are you calling that? 4 terabytes of raw music files over USB 2.0. Oh boy. That's, that's gonna be a brutal process, but you know, it'll get there. It'll get there when it gets there. It's a Bob's Burgers reference. So, okay, I gotcha. Thank you for the hydrate, Nafan. I will go ahead and do that right now. Appreciate it. As a baby hydrate, let me do a bigger one. Here you go. I have a few more book and quills if you don't mind. I'm not made of money, man. I will see what I can do, though. Be done by the time I wake up. Well, that's good. I have a RTX 9100 VRAM 32. Nice. I don't think they make RTX 9 series yet, but you know, 32 VRAM is pretty nice. Yeah. Those are the silence terms I gave you. Wait, are those the ones that are in there? I'm so sorry. I wasn't paying any attention. I do have silence trim somewhere. I do remember you giving me some. So like that's something. Maybe an enterprise card. I mean, I guess it could be. I don't know, usually they declare that that's what it is because it makes them sound cooler. Truthfully speaking, I don't think anybody needs more than like a, if you need anything higher than a 80, I kind of question what you're doing, to be entirely honest. Like, there are some use cases, but most people don't need it. don't sound cool. Yeah. If you're gonna try to sound cool, don't try to impress me by saying random technology stuff. Because I do know enough about it that, like, I'm gonna ask you a question. Like, okay, what processor did you pair that with? Or, why do you need that? I'm running an 80 Ti on my server. That's fair. I don't need, for most server purposes, you don't need a graphics card, but sometimes it's nice to just have one. It really just depends on what you're doing. Okay, who's building stuff in my base? Because I do need this place to look clean. I will say that. Like, it's not a big deal if you intend to tear it down afterwards. Just, like, please be sure to tear it down is all. Because I am building something beautiful here. Or trying to, anyway. I mean, for real, it's you. It's you. Dr. Nowhere, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Okay, I'm going to tear this all down. I like the idea of giving people perms, but the execution might not be the greatest. Let me just say that much. Okay. Let's do... Okay. We're going to wait for a second, and I'm gonna come over here and check my DMs really quick. Okay, that's crazy. My orbital went off? I don't think it did. I just ran so many VMs, one for gaming, one for Plex, one per family member. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's actually a good use there. That is actually a good use of a GPU in a server. Oh, bruh. I see somebody named MC to me. What's up, Cozy? That is a name. That is a name of all time. Some dummy just got on the server. I know, it's crazy. I'm testing the world terror right now. I mean, if you want to show it to me, I'd be happy to see it. Let's see. King, what's up, Swiftu? How many base superheroes are there in Marvel? When you say base superheroes, what exactly do you mean by that? Like, how many... Like main? Okay, well... The Avengers has 6. See, that's the thing, though. Like, there's a movie about them? Okay. Well, I would say even the movies about them wouldn't make them main. Spider-Man, Ant-Man, Black Panther. Okay, so here would be my list. Iron Man, Spider-Man, Hulk, Thor. Black Widow is a good standout character, but she never actually was built up as a main character, in my opinion. Same thing with Hawkeye. Black Widow did have her own movie, but they waited too late to build her up as a good character, so it just kind of... It didn't do as well as they hoped. Everyone hates Black Widow because all she does is punch people. I don't agree. No powers even. You don't need powers to be cool. That's what makes Marvel so awesome, in my opinion. Like, Iron Man doesn't have any powers. He's just a smart guy. The comics are way more amped up than the movies. I mean, Captain America holding a helicopter to a roof is, like, just a fraction of his strength from the comics. Spider-Man in the movies right now has, like, 0 powers, basically. I mean, like, he's strong, he's sticky sometimes, and he has some amount of precognition, but it's not really relevant. Bread, toast. He's sticky sometimes. Yeah, only sometimes. Hawkeye, there's nothing special about him. He's just a guy with a bow and arrow. And they actually poke fun of that in the movies, which is amazing. My PC Gus join, say bread, and then toast, and then leave. Just because he could, I guess. I'm debating on how many to make. I would say, it depends on, like, if you're doing, like, a full team, then I would do 5 or 6. If you're talking, like, if you're just trying to make individuals, you can also, I would say, do 5 or 6, and then just start filling in the gaps as you see them, where it's like, we need a speedster. Try not to make a bad speedster, though. Speedsters create a lot of issues in anything. It's why I really have a hard time enjoying the Flash, or even Quicksilver, because a lot of the times they just create plot holes, where it's like, I can run at the speed of light in this one scene, but in this next scene, I can only run at the speed of sound, and it's like, you're just not fast enough sometimes, and it's only for the plot, and it sucks. I know a lot of people really do enjoy speedsters. I just really can't. I can't get behind it. Person who invented their own speed, they don't have powers. So they're faster than, like, the average person by, like, training, per se. Training and good genetics. I could get behind that. They're absurdly athletic and fast would be probably a good one there. No. Do you mean like Iron Man almost? Okay, so like with a suit. Okay. I could get behind that. That would stop it from being plot issues where it's just like, we gotta make them slow in this one scene so that this one thing can happen. Like, even Quicksilver in the MCU, they kind of did a decent enough job with him. I mean, it wasn't great. A lot of people are mad that, like, he got killed by being shot. Spoilers, I guess, but, like, Age of Ultron's an old movie, so, like, I don't know, get over it. But, you know, the bullets had to go somewhere, and so him body blocking the bullets at least kind of works. Saying spoilers after saying it is so much realness. It is. It could be an endurance issue. They have machinery that gives them super speed. I would have to make it physically make sense. That's the trouble with it. Did he block the bullets from a kid, or am I tripping? Yeah, I think he did. There was a group of people there, and he ran in front of the bullets so that they could live. It's been a while since I watched the movie. I haven't done, like, a MCU watch through in a while. I need to catch up on all the movies. I'm a little bit behind. Realistically, the bullet would go through more than one person. I mean, it all depends on the distance, but yes, usually that would be the case. I am so mad you spoiled that. I'm happy that you're mad. And Heroes don't have to have people to fight. Iron Man doesn't really have an enemy, really, unless I just don't know. In the comics, he usually goes up against the Mandarin, which they kind of bombed in the Iron Man 3 movie. The Mandarin was not the Mandarin. They were building him up to be a good Mandarin, but it just did not work out. The Makuon rings and all that stuff, that's coming out with Shang-Chi, which, great movie, by the way, okay? I won't spoil that one. But that is very much where they're going to be building up with that, because 10 rings, okay? If you know anything about the comics, it's not going to be that much of a shock. That's all I'm going to say. if you count like some cartoons, Iron Man and Doctor Doom used to go head to head a lot. Weirdly enough. Which was pretty cool. MODOK and AIM agents. That's some peak stuff. AIM used to be like a huge Iron Man enemy. You had the Crimson Dynamo, who I don't think ever made an appearance in the MCU. I'm trading with my villagers. I can't TP right now. But Crimson Dynamo was an interesting character. He never really got introduced. Whiplash exists, but he got trashed pretty quickly. Is there any Marvel hero with no enemies? I wouldn't say no. A lot of heroes get made, and then they get enemies added to them later. Like, Black Widow really wasn't all that interesting of a character, and then they created the Red Room to make her a much more interesting character. If you really want to look into, like, some of the origins of how these characters were made, like, Spider-Man just started off as an ordinary dude with spider powers. And, like, he didn't necessarily have a crazy villain to start with. Like, there's a lot of heroes out there who didn't start off with these really extravagant beginnings and with these villains. They just kind of get shoehorned in there because fans really love those characters. I mean, think about the people Spider-Man fights nowadays, like Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Vulture, even. Shocker, Electro, you know, all those characters, they only show up because people really actually started to love these characters and want to see Spider-Man fight his greatest foes again. It's precisely why Mysterio showed up in Spider-Man Far From Home. People wanted to see the Master of Illusion go up against Spider-Man. Like, we had been wanting to see that in film for so long, and to finally see it was cool. We can talk about execution later, but it was a decent enough idea. Just want to know what happened. What happened? Nerd alert. Crazy. That's crazy. The reason Iron Man doesn't really have enemies in the main MCU stuff is just due to the fact that, one, either they all get killed, or two, he's built up as a character who a lot of the MCU is based around. So, his enemies were everybody's enemies. So, Loki, Ultron, Thanos, you know. Those aren't his classic enemies, really, but he only had 3 movies, so he only had Obadiah Stane, or the Ironmonger. You had Whiplash, who was Iron Man 2, and then you had, what was his name? He's an actor, Trevor, what's his face? I can't remember, but he's the Mandarin. Who is not the real Mandarin, but he is a Mandarin because he's being paid or something like that. I don't know. It was kind of a messy plot line there. It was an interesting idea. I think they just wanted to bait everybody and say like, "Hey, we're doing the Mandarin finally," and then psych everybody out. I guess I don't know. Wanting to trust people to not leave that door open. Aldrich Killian. He wasn't really a Mandarin. He was, but yes, he was also the villain. I forgot about him. He was kind of like side plot to me. But he was actually kind of technically the big bad, I suppose, yeah. Aldrich Killian was, the extremist guy, extremist serum, which was interesting. Let's see, he was running the whole Mandarin thing. Yeah, he was paying him, but he still wasn't the Mandarin. That's the thing. Like, the actual Mandarin from the comics and shows and video games and such, he's actually a menace. He's not just some terrorist, which was what they built him into. The rain was like flashing on and off, and everything was a bit red. And I swear I saw a player, but it was like 3 times my size. I'm so scared. It was me. It was me, man. The other guy was a random guy, the guy who killed the president friend or whatever. Yeah, it was kind of a messy plot line, but I actually kind of did like Iron Man 3 for as much crap as I give it. It was a decent movie. It's actually one of my favorite movies. It might be my favorite Iron Man movie, and it's because they really did a good job making Tony human. Giving him PTSD was probably their best choice ever, because it made him a much more relatable character. He wasn't just smart, sarcastic, and rich. You know, he actually experienced something a lot of people can relate to, which is trauma. That's precisely why K-pop Demon Hunters is doing so well. It's just people are traumatized. I'm convinced. What's he call himself again? Billionaire, playboy, genius, philanthropist, or something like that. I don't know. Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. My friend forced me to watch K-pop Demon Hunters. It's a good movie. I will say that. I'm not trashing on it. It is a good movie. But I think it does so well just because of that. Is people feel seen by it, which is good. I'm glad people feel seen. It's just also at the same time for me, you know, I didn't feel seen by it as much as other people did, which is okay. Not everything is made for me. It was pretty good. It felt really short, but I think I was tripping, and that's why I don't think it was actually short. It actually was like only an hour and a half, if I remember correctly, which for movies nowadays is pretty short. I've watched it twice. The first one I watched, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I was like, it's okay. I'll probably watch it again eventually. Then I watched it a second time because I was asked, and I had a much better experience that time. I will say there are some things that I felt like they moved on way too fast from, so it felt very rushed. And there was one song in specific that felt like they may have used AI to help them fill in the frames or something, because it just didn't have any emotion behind it, in my opinion. In terms of animation, not the song. The song itself was done well. I don't know. It felt very weird. But the rest of the... No, you're not the only one. The rest of the movie, though, is pretty good. The main thing is going to be character appearances may be hard. We need to have all the heroes be there somewhere. Oh, that's fair. Dorks are always dead. RDJ from my childhood is airing the MCU. That's fair. RDJ was cool. Wondering how a superhero world is gonna go. I'm made for you. That's crazy, Gus. I am buffering, yeah. Let's do. Hello, Rand. Welcome on in. Got sent by God to remind you that you are loved by Jesus Christ. I know, but thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. Take on Squid Games. Also, you're buffering, I think. I watched like 2 episodes of Squid Games. And that's about it. I think it's an okay show. But I don't understand the hype necessarily. It was It was okay. I don't know. I never got through it all, so it may not be fair for me to say anything. I cannot fix the lag. Why is this happening like every Tuesday? Why? Facebook is telling me to close the app, which is weird because the more time I spend in the app, the more money. Interesting. They might have to, depending on age. Who knows? That's awesome. I love that, Gus. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything I can do over here. Snooze the ads for a second. Let's see. I'm showing as an unstable event here, but it's not saying why. Let's see. My broadcast is ingesting what my viewers have no video. My broadcast drops frames. Large delay, visual glitches, over 2 minutes to come online for viewers. There you go. Report that issue. And then... okay. That's gonna have to be fine. Let's see. Can't you restart stream or something? Not really. That's not gonna fix it. It's not my ISP either, I don't believe. Because I'm still on Minecraft, but I'm gonna double check my speed test just to see. About the only thing I could maybe do is, like, completely restart my computer. I have an unstable upload. Why is it unstable? Why? Okay. This is the problem with using the only good provider in my area. Is sometimes they just decide that they're gonna trash, and you know, at least with the other ones, you know to expect bad things from them, but I don't know, I can only complain so much. Okay, now let me come over here, see if I can do anything to boost it really quick. Do anything. I'm getting a bunch here. Can I close stream when you talk to me through chat if you wouldn't mind? I can, but it's gonna still be slow. The Wii still looks broken. The Wii is very much broken. Hello, Elias. Welcome on in. Check media. I will check media in a second. See. Media. Ooh. Those are some nice trims. I like that, Rowan. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're back at 6K. Are we stabilizing here, or are we gonna drop again? Okay. I'm gonna take that as a sign, and we're going to get back to the game now. So I'm gonna try to work fast because I know that'll probably happen again. Okay. Also, if you guys are just joining in and it's still laggy, let me know. I might be able to restart. Restarting the stream causes issues, though. That's the other thing. Gonna say I could probably restart, but it'll split the VODs, which creates a whole set of issues. I probably shouldn't. Okay, it's fine. It's okay. We'll make it work. I do want to build this canal, though. That's what I'm gonna do today, if I can. Boop. And boop. And boop. Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm head off. My OC is having a fit. No, you're no worries, dude. Hope you have a good rest of your night. Please get some rest, and I will catch you again later. But thanks for hanging. I appreciate you, Cozy. Hello, Jinxer. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. Gonna dip out stream. Alright, sounds good, Mick. Thanks for hanging. Boop. 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 There's the ads. Lovely. You know, anytime Jinxer shows up, that's when the ads hit. I don't know. There might be some correlation there. Definitely. Let's see. Let's see. Candy, thank you for the candy, Cozy. Appreciate it. Dude, I wish we could play a VR game together. It'd be peak. I'm getting on VR right now. I hope you enjoy your VR. I don't have, like, hardly anything on VR right now. And streaming VR sucks. I would like to stream VR again at some point in time, but it is something I gotta, like, seriously re-engineer because it is nauseating. I feel so bad when I do it. I also can't read chat usually with VR. There's supposed to be a plugin to fix that, but it doesn't seem to work for me. I don't know. Okay. Hello. I think all of you are traded. Okay. I got you. I got those. Just gonna go do that. That's why I'm the Jinxer. That's fair. That is fair. Doing good. Boop. Okay. We can start with this, I think. And then I'll put the rest. I can do more later. There's something like on the tip of my nose. Uh-oh. I'm really curious how bad the delay is right now. Let me just see if we can, if I can check and figure that out, because it's gonna be pretty bad right now if I had to guess. Okay, I am being beaten up. There we go. Okay. Well, maybe not that bad. It's maybe 7 seconds. Let me refresh just to double check that. Advanced video stats. Okay, for me it's saying it's 8 seconds. That could be incorrect. It may not be true for everybody. For me, that's what it's saying. No, I'll take it. Wait, emeralds, what the heck? Yeah, what's up? I got emeralds. My package is somewhere. What package? What did you buy? Oh wait, the book. Right. My bad. I remember. I just don't know where, and they don't know where. Oh boy, that's fun. That's fun. Okay. We're actually gonna build now, for once in the stream. So I'm kind of thinking we take it down a notch now. So kind of go down to here. And, we'll do kind of like an indentation. I don't know. You'll see what I'm trying to do in a second. Just like bear with me. Okay, up, up, up. Back from the ads. Welcome on in, Jorby. Hope you're doing well. Supposed to come in today, but it's almost 7:30. I ordered the same thing 3 times every time it not being delivered, so I gave up. I don't know. That's a bummer. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember. My brother ordered his PC case, and it said that it arrived, and it never showed up. Well, it didn't show up when they said it arrived, so I was like, okay, that's weird. Because our mail had already run through. Like, our mail carrier had it, and it said it shipped by USPS. So, I knew that it didn't get delivered, but they marked it as delivered. Well, apparently it showed up, like, a couple hours later when she swung back through. I guess she just waited to send it in or something. I don't know. Our mail carrier has been known to do that. Come back around later. But it's just kind of like, man, why'd you take so long? I just wanted it. I wanted to put together a PC now. Not when it's at an inconvenient hour for me. I'm pretty sure that was the last piece we needed, too, was the case. Okay. Let's see. I finished reading The Outsiders today, so I need a new book to read. Ah, so it's that perfect window where they could give it to you. If it would just arrive, you'd be set. You'd have your book. I need to come down. This is gonna be a really expensive build. That's what I'm realizing now. Ah. Oh well. We haven't even really finished the river like I kind of intended to. And I'm not really starting the canal, but I am. It's fine. Okay. Then we may, but then when my book comes in, I would be reading 3 books at one time, and I don't want to be reading 3 books at one time. That's fair. Well, why do you have to start the one that comes in before when it comes in? You could just wait until you finish one of your other books, I suppose. Unless you just really are excited about that one, which is fair enough. Welcome to the server, Jinxer. Okay, so, what I'm imagining here is, let's see, we're gonna kind of copy that idea there. So it's gonna come up by, I don't know, let's do like 2 for now. 3? Okay. It's the book that the musical Hamilton was based off of. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Boop. And then I'm thinking put that right there. Okay, and then all I gotta do, grab like some of this. Okay. Put some of this right about here. I think this will look good. I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks and calling it good, you know? I think that's usually a safe strategy. At least it feels like it might be right now. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So this is like a retaining wall. That is what this is. Okay. Sweet. We just gotta keep working with that and we'll be good. There is something coming up to find me. Boop. King SMP server is down. I was bored. Thought I'd check your server out. Well, you're more than welcome to make yourself at home. Server is going to be open for a couple more months before we do our reset. But, you're more than welcome to do what you want to do. Appreciate you popping in, though. That's for sure. Also, I hope Elfie's server comes back up soon. I know it's had a lot of downtime lately, just due to unforeseen circumstances, and I know that's frustrating. Boop. And rip out that right there. The Alexander Hamilton biography. Okay, I gotcha. My friend, currently a sophomore, asked me to do her summer reading assignment for her, and I said yes. Worst decision ever. I haven't even started. Oh no, Coral. I'm sorry. That would suck. That would just suck. That is. Ugh. Yeah, no, I don't like reading too much personally, but you know, I respect people who do read. It is a choice. It is a choice of all time. Oh boy. And on Thursday, my Stephen King book and Narnia comes in. Oh, Narnia is a good one. I haven't read it personally, but I know a lot of people who have read Narnia and have liked it, but I like the movies, so. I think I'm gonna ask ChatGPT because I can't read to save my life. Aren't you, like, really dyslexic, if I remember correctly? Can you suggest what order to read them in? Skip the first book, Magician's Nephew, skip that one, and then read them in order, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, however many there are, and then go back and read Magician's Nephew, either after the first book that you read, so either read the first book after the second book, or after all of them. From my understanding, that's the way you should read it. Because it is basically a prequel, it is, but the next book isn't necessarily a sequel, from what I understand. It's like the second book is what the movie is based off of, and so that's like where you would want to start, because Magician's Nephew kind of starts, from my understanding, like, I don't know, it's a tough book to start with, from my understanding. I don't know. Oh, gotta choose a biome. Yep, any biome you want, man. They're all, okay choices, I would say. They did Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe, The Magician's Nephew. The person who read it to me in, like, 4th grade is insane. Yeah, that would be how I would recommend it. From my understanding, Magician's Nephew is a little bit of a slog until you get some of the important stuff from the first book. Or Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe. I'm starting with Lion, Witch, Wardrobe, so I bought that one. Okay. Yeah, that one's a good one to start with. That one is absolutely a good one to start with. Sorry, I got really bad hiccups right now. Oh yeah, so the reason we actually did those outposts was because we didn't have any of those biomes near spawn to start with, and then also we don't do RTPs because people were abusing them. And as a byproduct, it's also been nice because as new biomes get added, we've just been able to have like a outpost out there, which has been kind of a game changer of sorts, I guess. Let's do 1 or 2 there. That. Okay. There we go. I remember Lion Witch Wardrobe from school. Nice. I've never read the book, but I watched the movie. Solid set of movies, really. Let's see. Sounds fun. Starting Lion Witch Wardrobe, so I only bought that one. I also want to read a series of unfortunate events. I heard that one's pretty good. Wait, hang on. What was it called? There was a book I read once. It was the I Survived book series. I don't know if you guys have ever read any of that, but I read the I Survived the Hindenburg, I think is what it was. That was a pretty good book when I was in school. I love those. From what I understand, all of the books have been pretty good, but I want to say... Let me see if I can find all the books here. You got The Sinking of the Titanic, The Shark Attacks of 1916, Hurricane Katrina, San Francisco Earthquake, The Battle of Gettysburg, The Japanese Tsunami. That one came out probably after I had read The Hindenburg Disaster. No, it didn't. Okay, The Hindenburg Disaster came out in 2016. I read that one when it was pretty new then. Okay. The Nazi invasion of 1944, the destruction of Pompeii, the Great Chicago Fire, Joplin Tornado. I didn't even know they made one about that. The Hindenburg, the eruption of Mount St. Helens, American Revolution, the Children's Blizzard, the Attack of the Grizzlies, D-Day, Great Molasses Flood, California Fires of 2018. Wow. Okay, they're still making these books. Wow. Galveston Hurricane, Wellington Avalanche, Great Alaskan Earthquake, the Black Death, and the Dust Bowl of 1935. Dang, the one about 9/11 is really good. Is it? I didn't even see it on the list. Wait. Huh. There's a lot of books then. Yeah, I didn't know they made a 9/11 book. That's kind of nice. I'm glad that they did. Let's see. I've chosen Dunefall. Nice. Let's go. Let's see. I remember liking the one about a fire. Hang on, I'm sorry. I had to read all the rest of your messages. I was so locked in. I want to read a series of unfortunate events. Hello, Kat. Welcome on in. I love that I survived. Heck yeah, let's go. I might need to reread all of them. I remember reading the Hindenburg in specific. I may have read the Chicago Fire as well. I don't know. I'm home alone. Wait, I get to cover some songs? Heck yeah, let's go. The 9/11 is so good. Read that in middle school for reading assignments, but it was the shortest thing that was allowed. That's fair. It's a good one. We're really liking one about fire. Probably the Chicago Fire then. Since no wrong. Other books we did at school, which were great, of Mice and Men and Holes. Oh boy, Holes. I remember having the option to read that. I was homeschooled though, so I didn't have to. I think my mom let me read something else in place of it, but I don't remember what. We didn't do a ton of reading when I was doing school. My brother had to read Romeo and Juliet once. I think it was between that and another really long book, but he was really struggling with English. I had, like, probably the better English out of all of my family, but I also did a little bit of reading when I was a kid. I used to read through the entire How to Train Your Dragon book series, which was a good time. When Lucas's parents decide football is too dangerous and he needs to quit, Lucas travels to New York City to see Uncle Benny, but just as he arrives at his uncle's firehouse, everything changes and nothing will ever be the same again. Part of the New York Times best-selling I Survived series. Dang. Football's too dangerous. You need to quit. Go to New York and see your uncle. Goes to New York, sees Uncle, and probably doesn't see Uncle Benny ever again, is my guess. That's probably going to be... That's probably a really sad book, in all honesty. That's probably a really traumatizing book. I can imagine it. I'm thinking I'm gonna do this. So this part is gonna go up. I don't know, I've never built a canal before, so this is kind of new to me. But I like this concept, so I'm gonna roll with it for a second. Do I want it to be this high or this high? I think this height makes more sense, so it'll go up to here. The rest of it is gonna be lower. Like that? Probably? I don't know. Hang on. And then I just need to clear out all of that and put, like, the cliff in, I guess? I don't know. Do they have canals in the USA? Yeah, we have canals. They're not usually very big, though. Hang on. Let me see where some are in the US so that I could kind of recommend. Ah, Chesapeake. I forgot they're... Well, that's not really, like... Not really a man-made canal. I mean, it kind of is, but I'm thinking more along the lines of, there's, like, the Bricktown Canal in Oklahoma City. What about Cape Cod? Doesn't say. Okay. There's definitely some in Boston. Hang on. Boston Canal. Let's see. Images. Yeah, there's a few around the New England area. Canals in Boston are kind of somewhat popular. In fact, I want to say some people, some film companies actually go to Boston to film canal scenes instead of going all the way out to, like, Italy, because they don't need, like, a huge section. They can do, like, enough to dress up the scene and make it look Italian while still maintaining the canal look, if I'm not mistaken. It's usually lower budget companies, though. And I want to say, for some reason, there might be a canal. No, there's not one there. Okay. We do have canals. They're not nearly as nice as, like, other countries, though. We just usually let the river go through and then we put a bridge over it. But I do like the idea of... This isn't, like, a perfect canal by any means. This is very stylized. But I'm hoping it'll look okay. We'll see. So I'm thinking we'll do that here. This will have to come out like so. And then this one will come down. Like that. Okay. Also, I need to sleep. Where's my bed? This way. Okay. What time is it? It's 8:46. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I'm hungry. Why am I hungry? I should not be hungry. I just ate. Well, I didn't just eat. I ate, like, I guess 2 hours ago. Maybe 3 hours. I don't know. I had like, half a burger and some french fries. That's all I've eaten today. But I just couldn't eat more. I don't know. There is something definitely not perfect with me. But, you know, I don't know what it is yet, and I gotta wait till Monday before I can go in for my blood work results to find out if it's that or if it's something else. So I'm kind of trying to wait patiently for them to fix me, but it's a slow process. It's a lot slower than what I'd like it to be. Okay, so that kind of works. But what we need to do now, we need to come over. What we need to do now is we need to come over here. Land right there. Just need to kind of like peel this back a little bit. I think I could probably quickly do a cliff here. Kind of like this. Yeah. This is, we're calling this, I don't know, Rush Cliff. That's its official name, okay? We're not naming every cliff in the world, but this one gets a name. It is Rush Cliff, and it's because it was rushed. You know, names back then, I say back then like I know exactly when I'm talking about, but names used to actually mean things. And the reason they were named it was because of what it meant, but nowadays I think we just name things just to name it. It doesn't necessarily have a meaning or a reason for them to call it that. They just do. Which is an interesting thing. Okay. Let's come down here. I'm gonna put all of you away. I'm gonna put in you away. Okay. There we go. I've been waiting almost 4 years to get fixed from our healthcare system. They're useless. Keep canceling appointments. Yup. Yup. Here... W. Here in the US, I can get seen a lot faster, but the quality of care is hit or miss. For example, I could name my sword Potato Burger Pantaloons and nobody would question why. Exactly. Exactly. Here you can get pretty quick care. It's just a matter of how good is it going to be. Like, for example, I got into my cardiologist it was like within 2 to 4 weeks, so a month about, and then I was in. But to get seen by him again, they say come back in a year and we'll test you again. And I was going to, but they kept canceling me. They kept canceling my appointment or rescheduling, and I wasn't gonna keep chasing them. So I just let the appointment expire because they wouldn't hold up their end of the deal. So it kind of sucks on that front. The only reason I had to wait 2 weeks this time around for my blood work was because my doctor is out of town, or was out of town this week. I don't know how long she's taking a break for, but she's gonna be gone, so I unfortunately cannot get my results yet. Well, I could, I just have to go see the other guy, and I don't like the other guy. He's okay, he just doesn't talk much, and so it's kind of, like, hard to understand him sometimes. So it's just easier for me to go see her. Is there a certain distance from the towns I need to be away to start building a base? Not necessarily. You can go as far or as close as you want. Just, it will tell you if you're too close because it won't let you build. But, I'm not too picky about it. I'm gonna do that. Next season, I want to try and get 28 fully enchanted netherite sets. One from me, 27 just cuz, and the giveaway. Anyone down to help me start that quest? I mean, to each his own. I will probably not help, but I may change my mind. Who knows? I just really do despise mining netherite. Or mining for netherite, rather. Hopefully they do get you figured out, though, Nathan. I'm sorry, I'm going back to that topic. I just, it just kind of dawned on me. I never really addressed what you said. I do hope they get that all figured out soon. Because it's no fun being unwell. I didn't know I was unwell for the longest time, and so now I'm at this point where it's kind of like all coming crashing down. And apparently that's very common with people who have what we think I have. But it's kind of like, oh, that's... It feels like they're dragging their feet, but it's only... I recognize for me in my case right now, it's just purely because that's just how long it's gonna have to take. It doesn't mean I'm fine with that. With yours, unfortunately, that is the product of a healthcare system. I like the idea of some of the healthcare systems around the world. I think some of them are really cool. Unfortunately, the execution is always what I struggle with a lot of the other places and other countries. And I'm not saying the US is a perfect system, it's far from it. But, you know, go to like Canada, for example, and like, yeah, the healthcare there is free, but how long do you have to wait to get seen for your free healthcare? It's a struggle. Because it is expensive. I mean, it's expensive to have health problems. I'm not gonna lie, it's expensive here in the US too. We just pay private companies instead of paying the government because, I don't know, it helps keep things speedy, I guess. I don't know. Man, you get to a certain age and you start seeing what medical problems you are going to have. Aging sucks. Yeah. I'm actually going to get to find out pretty much my entire medical future in a couple of weeks, probably. I say that that's kind of a little bit of an exaggeration. I'm going to be seeing a geneticist at some point. My mom's doctor kind of suggested it, and then whenever I go get my blood work results, they're gonna refer me to somebody so I could go get it done. But it's basically like, oh, here's everything that's wrong in your bloodline. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's fun. It's gonna be pretty important though. Basically, the theory right now is I have HEDS or EDS, whichever one. What is that? Ehlers-Danlos disease or something like that. I don't remember. Ehlers-Danlos. I don't remember. It's something like that. Basically, what it is like, okay, so see my hand here? I can turn that back 90 degrees. Most people can't do that. Now you just say, oh, you're just double jointed. Well, I can do it in both, for one. My elbow actually can't really tell on camera, but it bends back at a certain angle. My knees pop every time I bend them a certain way. I can dislocate my jaw on command. There's a lot of things like that. Stretchy skin. I'm not going to show you my stretchy skin because I've been told it's creepy. But it is a thing I can do. You know, there's a lot of weird things that come with that, and the best way to get it is genetic testing, and it kind of comes with a 2-for-1 special that you get to find out everything else. Like, what is it? It's is it Hopkins? That's a type of lymphoma. That's not what am I thinking of? EDS. Or no, genetic testing. There's a certain one that I'm thinking of. I mean, it does tell you if you have cancer genes, which is cool, but I mean, like, I already know I do, considering several people in my family have had it. It's like, okay, that's a fun one. Where is it? It started with an H. Huntington's disease. That's the one I'm thinking of. Have you seen the guy on Guinness World Records? Yes, the stretchy skin. Like he pulls out his neck, and it's like so creepy. Like he can actually stretch it like over his face. It's so unsettling, but I respect it, you know? It's a little mildly terrifying. The fan, come play with me. Do it. Play. Welcome on in, Silence. Welcome on in. We pay tax for it, so ours isn't technically free, and then we pay for any medication given, and the car park charges at the hospital are mega substitute. Okay. I didn't even think about that. I was like aware of the taxes thing. That one especially bugs me because there are some people who don't like to acknowledge that free healthcare isn't actually free. You have, you know, taxes and such, but they go, oh, you're getting taxed too, and it's like, we are, but we're not being taxed for that. But you know, that's beyond the point. But I didn't even think about the fact that you're still paying for your medicines and your parking fees. Here, I mean, it depends on where you live. Some hospitals still do charge for parking and such. But usually it's not terrible. And, you know, depending on how long you're staying or which one you're going to, like where I live, you don't have to pay, I don't think, unless you're staying long term. But in that case, you usually just get a family member or a loved one to drop you off so that you don't have to pay. But you can usually, I don't think there's any pay for overnights, so you're usually fine. Hey, do you remember me? I do. Yes, I do. And then medication, it's dependent on the insurance policy. Some of them will pay it full, some of them will pay part. Some of them will pay not at all. They'll argue with your doctor and say you don't need it, and then your doctor will say, actually, he does need it, or they need it, and then the insurance yields and pays for it. Or they'll say, you can't take that one, but we'll let you have this one instead, which throws off your whole medication thing. It comes with its benefits, but it definitely comes with its downsides. Now, here in the US, our medication prices are out of control. I don't know what it's like out there. You know, here, the US is notoriously expensive when it comes to medicines. Especially ones that control whether you live or die, funnily enough. Those ones are the most expensive. This Hisser has pets. I have a camel and shall build a sandcastle and rule the desert. Let's go. Does it actually work right now? Okay, it is working. Sweet. Oh, I gave him a sword. Oh no. Can I like take the sword back really quick? There we go. I want to give him that. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna send him away, but yeah, pets are cool. They're gonna be a lot better next season. I'm gonna be redoing so much. I refuse to park at the hospital, so I get the bus. I still have free travel on all London transport when I was a bus driver. Dude, that's news to me. I didn't know you were a bus driver. That's awesome. And that's also awesome that they give you free London transport travel. That's amazing. That is one thing that a lot of countries have that we don't. Public transit. I really wish we could get that together here in the US, but it is a logistical nightmare. I mean, it's no secret the United States is a very large country. Even our states are very large, so getting even just statewide public transit would be hard. But it is something that I desperately wish we could have, because it would make things so much easier. I mean, like, we have, you know, we have the ability to do planes, and you can get a bus, but you usually have to hop several different types of transit in order to get to where you're wanting to go. So you have to take a plane to get a bus, to get a train, or some combination of that. And it's like, that's really tough. And it only runs to some places. Like, we don't have trains that go from one end of the country to the other necessarily. I mean, we do, but you have to live in the right areas to make that even worth it. I'm so jealous of people who can actually just walk outside and get a bus. Do you get an obituary when you die? Yeah, I mean, yeah. King, how many emeralds you got? A lot. I got you. Let me go get you like a little bit. Okay. It would be such a bummer not to finish this this mansion, because I actually built this mansion before, and it was back in season 0, so like 4 years ago now, and I never finished it there, and now I'm probably never gonna finish it in this season either. I feel so bad, but like, it's just part of the process, I guess. Okay, slash TPA to you. Okay. Suddenly, I've been hit with a major... Oh. Nice. That was awesome, dude. I wasn't expecting that. Suddenly I have a major urge to, like, code. I really want to work on Omnia all of a sudden. Man, chat W Aura, W Aura, for real. On God. Okay, we need to actually work. I am miserably failing right now. Okay, so this part here, gonna be kind of like this. And then over here, I need you. It's gonna kind of come up here. Like that. Okay. Yeah. That seems to look okay. There's so many floating trees. What kind of monsters play on here? Typically, I think our age range is like probably 8 to 12. No, it's actually, we got a pretty wide age range, honestly. It's, I don't know what our youngest player has been, but I know we've had a couple of 30 and 40-year-olds play. But yeah, we have a lot of little monsters. I know that for a fact just by the way they type. I don't mean to, like, stereotype, but young people, their English is so telling usually. And, a 69-year-old? You know, I don't think we've ever had a 69-year-old. That would be a shock to me. I guess right here would technically be another spot. How's my English? Your English is usually pretty good, Spicy. Sometimes autocorrect just messes you up. That's the only thing. But, like, you can't... You can blame autocorrect and it be legitimate. Sometimes I'm like, okay, you shouldn't be blaming insert thing here, but no, autocorrect is 100% a valid excuse. Because you did type the right thing at one point in time. They just messed you up. Let's see, I'm gonna do... I'm kind of thinking we'll just straighten this piece out. Yeah. Let's actually take you down. I just got a different idea. Take you down. Oh, okay, we'll just put stone there for now. Okay. So we take that piece and we run it to, like, probably right about here. Be kind of up this way a little bit. Give me 1 second while I try to get back up there. Heck yeah, I've been told my English is too good and I'm probably in my 40s, really? That's kind of crazy to me, but that's fair. English, I have better English in text than my dad does. I've realized this because he's asked me to send a text to somebody while he's driving. And I'm like, okay, sure. And he pulls out his phone and wants me to use it so that people know who's saying what. But I found out, just looking at his text messages, I have been able to compare and contrast. He doesn't use commas. He doesn't use periods. He doesn't shorten down anything, but, you know, he's just, his English skills are questionable at best. And it hurts my soul just a little bit knowing I have better, I guess, grammar? I don't know. Would that be grammar? Yeah, I have better grammar than my dad. Specifically in text, which is the weird thing. But if he does an email, he writes emails fine. In fact, I think he over-engineers an email. But with a text message, he's so casual about it. And it's just like, I mean, I get it, but, like, it takes me 2 seconds to add a comma and a period. Like, I don't know, man. Just do it. Just get good. Please. Let's see. I won't be playing at an old age. The creepers still give me the biggest jump scare. Even after playing for many years, I'd have a heart attack playing at my old age. Honestly, same. I mean, I want to play Minecraft forever, but... I played a horror game once. It was called Outlast Trials. I'm sure some of you have heard of it. A lot of my friends really like it. And I'm sure it's a good game. But it actually probably had like a high chance of putting me in the ground. Because I could not get my heart rate to go down while playing it. And I forget how high it was. Somebody probably can remember me telling this story and tell you, but it was high. I just couldn't get it down low enough to continue playing. It was so bad. They're like, well, you know, it's okay. You'll probably get used to the game a little bit. I'm like, I'm sorry, but no, this game will not let me play. And it was all because I was getting chased. I could not do the chasing. It was awful. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then... yeah, our next portion will be a little bit longer. How do we want to do this? It's already 9:12. I don't know if I can realistically do everything I need to do tonight. I might... okay, what I could do is I can stream as long as I can and do as much as I can on stream. And then after stream, there's a couple things I need to do to take care of, like make a video. Does it sucks early game? It does. If you need me to bring you any supplies, let me know. I have like potatoes and wood. I use shulker boxes more and builds more often. Do so much pleasure for stuff with those. Absolutely. Sticking like a green shulker somewhere in a grassy field is really nice. But I maybe will do a little bit of extra work tonight after stream. That would get me a little farther along, because I'm imagining how long this is going to take. We need to get as much of this done as possible, though. So if I could even do just one side on stream tonight, that would be good. Then that would leave the rest of this for me to do at another point. Which, I don't know what exactly we're going to do. I'm kind of thinking we'll tear up all these trees, and then I may do, like, a pathway through there, or I may do custom trees even. I don't know. Imagine a shulker box on the floor with the ceiling 3 blocks tall above it. There's, you know, a shulker box on the floor, the ceiling 3 blocks above it. Oh, wait, like to fall through it, right? Is that still a thing? Hang on. Is that still a thing? That used to be a bug. I'm about to find out, I guess. Don't say it out loud, dingus. No. Everyone gets to know about this one. It's a fun one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Dang. It really still is in the game. Wow. I remember that being all the rage back when that was found. Jorby gave me armor. I will fight through the rest. I have some honor. That's fair. That is fair. I respect you. Hang on, can I slash Nick? I can. Jorby, do you want to be Jorby again? That didn't work. Hang on. Slash... that name is already in use. Okay. Why isn't it working? is the... Okay, it's showing there, but tab isn't showing it. Jorby, go ahead and like type a message really quick, like even just E. I have no clue if this is gonna work or not. There we go. I have no clue how long that'll work, but it's there. It's not working on the tab, but I think that's just because of the way our tab screen is set up. It's a plugin, so it's kind of busted. But, yeah. Not Jorby and tab, though. Yeah, I wonder... You could try relogging to see if it would fix it. I don't know if it would or not, though. Bro, my life depends on your success. Dang, it does not work. Okay, well that's good to know. At least when you type, people will know that it's you. That's good. It's a bummer I can't fix the other one, though. Okay. So... I guess, really... This would be really like right here is where this next line needs to go. And it would go probably about to here. Sure. This looks like it could be promising. I have no clue if it is or not, but we can pretend. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Oh, man. So, this is probably like a very relatable feeling, especially if you're old. I forgot to do that part down there. Hang on, I'll have to do that in a second. Anyone ever feel like you just don't have enough time to do all the things you want to do or need to do? Not saying that's me right now, but I've realized, yesterday I didn't do everything I needed to do. Today I definitely didn't do everything I needed to do. And, there's only so many days left in July to do all of the July things I need to do. And, that's really weighing on me all of a sudden. Like, oh wait, I wouldn't say I'm failing, but I'm not exactly succeeding. Which is a conversation I had yesterday. Was you can be a success or a failure, but you can also be neither. It's a really interesting thought. Watch the comments, old young. Watch the old comments, young. And I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. Like, there's not enough time in the day before you go to sleep and forget what the frick you were doing yesterday. Yeah, every day it's like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that, okay, and I'm gonna do this too. And there's only about enough time in the day to do maybe a quarter of that, which is probably my own fault. I've just set really stupidly ambitious goals. And there's nothing wrong with having stupidly ambitious goals. It just means you gotta be smart about how you use your time. And you gotta recognize that not every day you're going to do everything that you want to do. But I have yet to learn my lesson, it seems. And that's okay. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself, is that it's okay. Gotta do this all throughout here. And there. This is easy enough. So guess what colors I got my nails painted? I'm gonna throw a wild guess and say blue and yellow, just because I know that's your favorite colors, or at least that's your branding colors. So I'm gonna assume it's blue and yellow. How do you know? Hey, I'm a mind reader. I always tell people I'm not a mind reader, but maybe I was lying all along. Oh. I used to be able to read my friends' minds. Not quite literally, but almost literally. I always knew what they would be thinking about at any given moment, though. I knew them very well. The amount of times they were thinking about pizza. You know, I would argue that they were probably a little too obsessed with pizza, but you know what? Fair enough. I like pizza. Blue on the middle finger and thumb for approval, and yell everywhere else. You know, I respect it. It adds a little bit extra emphasis is all. It's a lot easier to do a read between the lines, too, when you've got one specifically sticking out in the middle that says, yeah, I'm different. Okay. How? Who? Why? What? Who did the what? Are all of my trees like that? My trees have been, like, given a haircut. Ah, a Ravager almost 2 years ago. Okay. That... that would explain it. I don't know why I've never noticed that till now, but I guess I'm just now noticing. I meant to retype a command. Oh, you're all good, dude. Happens to the best of us. Hey. Boop. Ouch. I'm gonna take this down because I want to conserve as much of this as possible. I'm gonna be using so much. Can you, like, stop? Thank you. The only one way to reset hunger. Oh. Rest in peace. 07. That used to be, like, our favorite way to reset our hunger when we were without food in the early days. There'd be many cliff jumps and things of that nature. Okay. So, how far does this thing need to go? Probably, I guess... can really go out way to this end right here. Yeah. Okay. I'm for that. I am all for that. And then what we need to do is we need to come down. It's gonna be a lot to remove here, but that's okay. Do I have any more? I do not have any more smooth stone. Okay. Easy peasy. We can get more. I need to start smelting more, actually. Because once I'm out, I'm out. Luckily, I guess I can always AFK that off stream while I wait for creeper gunpowder or something, I guess. Don't know. I got a lot of things I need to do off stream. Apparently. Okay. Did you say you needed gunpowder? Not necessarily. I just need extra just in case, because, I should have enough rockets for a little while. But having extra gunpowder is, just generally speaking, a good idea for me. So this is a server you mainly play on, King? Yes. Yes. I play on this server, and then I play on Twitch SMP. But I'm not on there very much right now just because of this server, and the way that it's ending. I need to kind of get things done. So I'm taking a break from Twitch SMP until I finish this. Then we'll probably go back there for a little while. Dude, let me fly up to spot right here so I'm not drowning when I come back. Oh my goodness. This is a nice mob farm. Oh my gosh. Dude, you are actually insane. Wow. Unlurk, thank you for the unlurk. Welcome back. How are you doing, Spicy? Actually insane, dude. Wow. This side is all for gunpowder. You mean Indigo Autumn is? Or you said, oh yeah, yeah. They are pretty cool. Now I think about it. Yeah, I didn't know they built this. Okay. That's cool. That's really cool. I never really got to see much of what they had built. Nice little iron farm. That's cool. Okay. Gosh, there's like something on the tip of my nose. Excuse me while I pick at that. There we go. Alright, supports for whatever you need, whenever you need stuff here. I'll just TP to Indigo's home. I have, helps me spell their name right. Indigo Autumn. You know, and I can do, I guess 1. Yeah. There we go. And you are the king. That is true. I have stolen stuff from people, like, over the last week or two. Not because, like, I am being malicious, but because I don't have the time to grind for it and they don't play. So I feel like it's acceptable. I've done that a lot. I need to not do that because I'm sure it's probably frowned upon in most circles. But, like, I don't know. If you're not playing and I want to steal something from you, as the owner of the server, I feel like it's my obligation that I can steal from you anytime I want. It's the server tax or something like that. Okay, right about here. New law, king is free to take whatever. Steal is such a strong word. Exactly. I would agree. I am inclined to agree. I need to be mod from somewhere I'm actively banned from. I don't know why would that be funny. That would be funny. I don't think I've ever... I'm trying to think of places I've been banned from that I used to be there, like... as a mod or anything like that. I've just been mod in a lot of places where people have quit. And that makes me just depressed. So I miss hanging out with some of those people. My mom's bedroom? Yeah, that would... That tracks. Okay, that did not go away like I thought it would. Let me come back around and see if I can find the other log. Aha! And I may get on here sometimes to escape the fan. He's so clingy. I mean, it will, like I said, it'll be open for another couple of months or so. So, I mean, you're more than welcome to, as much time as you'd like. But don't feel like you have to, ever. We're just happy to have folks on here when they want to be. Although sometimes I may force you guys. That's just kind of part of the gig, you know? I beg, I whine, and I complain until everybody hops on. And then I disappear for a couple of weeks. That's my my favorite way to get people online. Not that I've ever done it before. Just to be clear, I've never done that. Are you whitelisted yet on Decimation, or has anyone let you know? Or no, I don't think I've been whitelisted. I don't know. I kind of got there and everybody started arguing, so I've just been kind of watching and seeing what goes on. But I keep getting pinged every day, and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know when I'll have time to work on that stuff anyway. I'm usually pretty busy, but I'd like to pop on at some point for a minute or two, if I can. Oh, come on, I can't reach that. There we go. Ah, it's night again. Okay. Are there any AFK-able XP farms around? Not really AFK-able. I guess if you set up an auto-clicker, you could AFK the end farm. That would probably be your best bet, though. I mean, I guess there is, like, the Skulk farm, but it's really slow. So I really wouldn't recommend that one either. You see the message I left on the chest at Indigo's place? I don't think I did, no. Oh. Ouch. Why did I say ouch? That didn't even hurt me in game. King, I cannot tell you how amazing it feels to have my base back. Thank you. Oh, no problem, dude. Glad I could help. Glad I could help. Hot take, if you have a bed frame, you're playing the game of life wrong. You know, I'm not against not having a bed frame, in all honesty. I would have not had one, and I probably would have splurged a little more on a mattress, because, like, right now I'm really wishing I did. But, you know, it's also really nice because I can't get up off the floor. So having my mattress raised up, even just, probably like 2.5 feet off the ground is kind of nice. It's probably not even that. I don't know. My bed isn't super raised. Or my mattress isn't super raised. Which is a little a little difficult sometimes. I woke up today and I felt like a turtle, like, stuck on its back. I had a hard time getting out of bed today. I was like, ah. And I slept a long time, too. Believe it or not, I'm genuinely thinking my alarm just didn't go off today. Because I was supposed to wake up at 10:30. My alarm never went off. In fact, it doesn't even show that I woke up today. It just says, like, it just stops counting my sleep hours at 10:30. I ended up waking up at, like, 1:30. I need to get my sleep schedule under control, but, like, waking up at these absurd hours sucks. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I'm so tired. Jammy time, sleep time. Good night, Swift. To go get some rest. I just watched a video of turtles flipping over other turtles that get stuck. You need a pet turtle? Yes. That would be amazing, actually. Like, a pet turtle. Keep me company. I love that. Turtles are cute. I like turtles. Alright, we need to, like... Where's the other stuff? I put it all away? Really? Okay. Oh, we need to do all that stuff, too. So, I'm gonna quickly... This is actually turning out well. I forgot the quartz in that part. Okay. Well, let's do that really fast. Bop, bop, bop. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. Every June I have to drastically change my room layout. June to September are always the hardest for me. That's fair. I don't know what years are, or what months are the hardest for me. I'm so tired. You have so many totems. I also have totems up there, though. I mean, I appreciate it. I'll keep them if you want me to, but, like, I mean, I can show you. I don't know how many totems I have. Let me just, I have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12-ish double chests full of totems. Raid farm? Yeah. Yeah, it's, raid farms are awesome. If you ever need totems, let me know, guys. I have quite a lot. You sir need to touch grass? I mean, in my defense, I built that like a long time ago. It's a gift, King. You must keep them forever. You're right. My bad. I need to build my treasure room. I'm gonna probably be building that next, I think. After the river is done, that treasure room needs done. That's where I want to keep everything. You use all your totems before the season ends? I don't know. I don't die very often. When did I last die? 5.43 days of playtime. And I'm pretty sure my last death was not due to something that I could control. It was actually just because... Well, it was because of something I tabbed out, and that's what caused it. I also have 66.72 IRL days. How long does your seasons run on here? They've been getting progressively longer and longer. Our next season's gonna be forever. this season was, it's been running for 2.5 years. Yeah. So, next season will last, hopefully forever. We're gonna have a bunch of cool things to help make it more fun. But I'm honestly so tired of not being able to have a long-term Minecraft world. And I mean, I could play by myself, but everybody always wants to play with me. So it's either we do a forever world with viewers, or I do my own forever world. And anytime I play by myself, people complain. So, you know, I would play by myself, and I probably will at some point. But until then, we're getting this. Forever, what do you mean? Like, literally, I hope. Literally, yes. Next season is planned to run quite literally. Not forever, but in the sense of until I quit. And, you know, I don't intend to quit. And even if I did, I would probably hand off the world files to somebody else who could run it, if they so desired. Yeah, I've run a couple of seasons. It's just been, progressively getting longer and longer, and it just makes sense to run it forever at this point, in my opinion. I don't like resetting things because it does limit what people feel like they can and can't build. You need bone meal? I need to free up a shulker box? Yeah, I actually do. Would your kid carry on the legacy of Mr. Nogginson? Probably not. I'm not gonna pressure my kid into doing something just because his dad did it. I mean, I would be honored if he wanted to, and I would teach him all the things, show him the ropes. But if he didn't want to, that's okay. You know, it would definitely warm my heart, but you know, it's all up to what he wants to do. He or she. There's like a chance, I suppose, that every kid I have is a girl, which would be terrifying. I'd be severely outmatched, but that's okay. No, it's cool to play with others. Section off part of the world and it's yours. So it's like a solo world if you want to play it that way. Yes, that is going to be one of the fun things. Is just because it's going to be so long, and anytime I want to do something, I can just make a nice sized claim out somewhere in the middle of nowhere and build whatever I want out there whenever I want. I've gotten a lot of strange DMs. I've gotten the most odd one on Instagram of all places. Instagram is a scary place. I get a lot of really bad DMs. I get a lot of bad reels. It's one of my favorite platforms, in all honesty. I think it's probably got the best algorithm in terms of tailoring it to me. But, oh man. Okay. Let me get some bone mealing done really quick. But yeah, can I join? Yes, you can. Hello, Clash Proofs. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. If my kid ever asked to run Spicy Records, I'd probably be down to hand it off. That's fair. I respect it. I think, you know, if anyone ever wanted to, if their kid ever wanted to like do something like, and it was within that same field, like that is awesome. But I will never ever ever tell my kid they have to. You know, example of that right now is like if I had a kid and he wanted to, you know, run a YouTube channel, I wouldn't even say he has to run mine. I would show him how to run his own, make his own thing. But if he wanted to, if I like died or something, if he wanted to just continue off of where I was, I would really heavily encourage him not to. But you know, if I'm dead, I can't stop him. He could do whatever he wants, though. Anything you put your mind to, you can do. So I think it would be cool to have a successor of sorts, but I'm not gonna force anybody's hand. That's for sure. Let's see. What if you started a private SMP? What would that look like? Like, I started one myself, or I started playing on a private SMP. So I kind of am playing a private SMP with Twitch SMP, but I don't own it. And I mean, it's not nearly as private as, say, others. You know, like, SBK is a lot more exclusive than that. Or Hermitcraft is even more exclusive, you know. If you had started your own. Okay. If I start my own SMP, I don't know what it's going to be exactly, but I have toyed around with some ideas. And I've got a couple of ideas. One of them is bringing back the SMP, like the SMP, was it Earth or was it Live? I don't remember. I think those are two different things, or they could be the same thing. I don't know. But the really big SMP that happened a long time ago with Technoblade and like Tommy Innit and Wilbur Soot before Dream SMP, that one. Yes, I know some of those people turned out not to be who we thought they were. Ignore that for a minute while we just talk about the fact that that was an SMP. That one, I kind of want to do something large scale like that even, and just get as many people on it as possible. And run something long term like that. But I don't know, you'd have to have a cutoff at some point, but I would want to do a large scale SMP, like we're talking like 500 members or something like that, just to see what happens. And mix in like large and small creators, you know? You don't have to have exclusively large people or exclusively trustworthy people even. You can add moderators to the team just to make sure that everything is going fine. In fact, it's probably going to be a requirement is that we have to have some moderators who can sit there and find out if people are X-raying and whatnot. You'd hope people wouldn't X-ray on a content creator SMP, but it does happen. So that is something that has crossed my mind, though, is running an SMP like that. Just inviting as many people as possible to it and saying, come play on the largest SMP in the world or something like that. If in a universe where you were into PvP, if you were to start an SMP based off of that with a custom plugin along the lines of lifesteal, bliss, levels, etc., what would it be like? Thank you, Lurk. I appreciate it, Spicy. I don't know. I'm not really super into PvP or PvP SMPs even as a viewer. So I'm not like familiar with all the things that you could do with it. Oh no, I've defeated a monster here. Me roar, meow. There you go. That's something I haven't heard in a long time. Man. I would say like a custom plugin in specific. It's hard for me to say. Probably would be... I don't know. I don't know. That is a little out of my wheelhouse to even spitball an idea. Even though I would like to. Part of it is I'm just not super big into twists. So that's kind of what a lot of those plugins and such deal in, is, you know, it's Minecraft, but with this one twist that we have. You know, I'm more into the creative side of things. So I don't know if there's a way that you could get into a creative side of PvP to amplify the experience. I don't know. What kind of rewards could you obtain by killing players? Hearts, XP multipliers, gem energy, ads. Oof. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do have a couple of ideas for some events that I'm gonna be running. One of those is, I mean, you can't hear me because of ads right now, but I'm gonna say it anyway. One of those ideas is for a UHC event I'm wanting to do. I may be doing a, like, head that when you wear it, it gives you certain attributes. Especially if you get it from certain people. Certain people have certain value heads that give you certain effects. So having a higher level head, like let's say somebody kills someone, that head may have a little more value than another head. That's like an interesting idea I've got. So it may give you extra strength or something like that. Who knows? But the more people somebody kills, the more valuable their head would be. So it gives you more strength, more speed, more of this and that. That player will never get to see the benefits of that, of their own head. But that means they need to make sure that they die to somebody who they want to be their successor. Not gotten a single ad and I'm not subbed. Hey man, take it and run with it. That's what we like to see. I might have to come through and destroy some seagrass because there's just so much of it. Alright, I really quickly want to see what that's looking like. We back? Welcome back, Jorby. Let's see. Caps lock, oof. I mean, this is turning out okay, I guess. It's not perfect by any means. But that's okay. So what were you saying 2 minutes ago? I was just saying I'm not super big into twists usually, so I don't think about that necessarily too much. But one idea I've got is for an event that I'm wanting to host at some point when we get the new server PC. I'm gonna be doing an event where I'd like to do anybody that kills someone, their head drops, but you can wear their head and it gives you a buff of some sort. And the more people you kill, the stronger your head buff is. So, like, if you kill the kill leader, you may get, like, extra strength, extra swiftness, you know, it comes with all sorts of those kind of effects. Maybe extra health, you know, it could give you a health boost, regen, things like that. It's a very random plugin, or randomized plugin, so everything that you get out of it would be randomized. So every kill has like a 0.1% chance to give it regen on that head, which would be a very weird thing. But if that person that has the regen effect gets it, you know, they don't ever see the benefit of their effects. So that's one thing to note about it. Like, because, you know, they have to die in order to get the head. But I think you could even do something like that where everybody already has it, their own built-in status effect. And then the more people they kill, the more strong it becomes. But I don't know, I don't want to buff people necessarily because they're good at killing others. Because that just makes them... I mean, it rewards you for killing people early, which would be kind of nice, but I don't know. It would cause a lot of issues, I think, because you'd end up with one person who's absurdly stronger than the rest. I don't know. Let's see. So, kind of like Mark's SMP in a way. Sort of original, because I assume you wouldn't be able to wear helmets. Yeah, you'd only be able to wear the head. And you'd have to chop and choose. So, you know, you could kill 3 people, but they each drop their own heads, and it doesn't necessarily give you a bunch of effects on that. So you have to still choose which head you want at the end of the day, you know. And you could sell off heads to other people or give it to your friends, so it would be kind of nice in that regard. It's random buff, so that's pretty original. Yeah, yeah. I don't know much about Mark's SMP, but just judging from what you heard, what you said, I kind of, I'm guessing. Yeah. It's also, like, Prot 2, 3 armor. I mean, yeah, that is one thing you could do, even, is you could make the heads have some armor value, depending on how many... Depending on some factors. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I mean, for my thing, it's like a 1 or 2 day event, probably. More than likely just 1 day. Because it's hard to corral people into coming in for every day. So, so it would just be one of those things like, hey, we're doing an event, and you guys can come in and join, and the winner wins. You know, like, that's just how it is. So it would be a very short-lived thing, but it's an idea I've had. There's another PvP event that I want to do. It would be a creators versus viewers thing. And so a bunch of content creators come together and then they invite their viewers to join this world. And it would be a ultra hardcore world, so no regen, and we'd be battling to the death. And the content creators are all on one team, you know, and then the viewers are on their own other team. And, you know, they're all broken up into individual teams anyway, but you're all split up across the world, and your goal is to meet up. So the content creators need to meet up so that they can be stronger together. They have a couple of buffs, so because they're the main target, so you need to make sure that they're buffed up a little bit. But that is one idea I've got, is that as well. If you actually end up doing that, who'd be invited? I don't know. I think that would either be content creators or possibly I would consider just opening that up to viewers as well and making it like into a video or something like that. 'Cause I think it'd be fun. I didn't bother with that. Bubbles are bubbles, you know? Boop. 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 If I were to join, which side would I be on? Like, the content creators versus viewers? I don't know. It just depends on how many slots I have open and who all, who all I've got. Because it really will depend on the timing of that all. Would there be simple voice chat, by the way? For the content versus viewers, I would be hesitant, but I would consider it. At least for general use, but I do think people should be able to communicate within their team, so we'd have like a Discord at least where everybody's in their own team calls. But simple voice chat might just be as easy because you could do groups. But I find simple voice chat to be a little buggy at times. And so it would be easier to do Discord for more of it, in my opinion. But it does also run the risk of like if you're not already grouped up together, then it does kind of make it kind of like, well, you know, us communicating right now does us no good. So I don't know. There are a couple of ways I could run that. I haven't worked on it too much since it's so far out. I gotta get King SMP Season 4 running before I can even do that. But that's like one of the first events I want to run if I can. I'm excited for that as a possibility. Just being able to run events is cool. Where's Slime at? That's fair. That is a valid question. Here's your hydrate. Okay. Bop. 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 Okay. This is taking a lot more than what I thought it would, but it's looking pretty good, I think. I mean, it definitely adds a lot more to the river, that's for sure. A little more greenery. How many creators versus how many viewers would there be? I was originally thinking a 10-to-1 ratio. So doing like 10 creators to 100 viewers, for example. But we would want to incentivize the viewers to kill each other as well, so there would be like a natural region for killing people that aren't on your team. So viewers would be broken up into like teams of 5, let's say. And if they kill somebody not from their team, they do get a buff, but it does mean that there's less people hunting the creators. And if they killed all of the creators, then the viewers would be declared the winners. But if the creators win and there one creator's left standing and no viewers, then the creators win. But a team of viewers, in order for them to not unite under one banner necessarily, if a viewer team kills one of the creators, then they're deemed a winner of sorts. You know, it's bragging rights to say that you killed. I don't know who I could get on the event, but let's say like somehow I got I don't know, Mumbo Jumbo. It would be bragging rights to say that you killed a hermit, let alone one of the largest hermits, Mumbo Jumbo. I don't think I'd get Mumbo Jumbo to play, but let's just say we did, you know, that would be kind of cool. Would there be any chance of me joining the creator's side? Probably. Like I said, that one all just depends on the timing of it all and who I've got and who I don't have. It would be a fun thing though. I do like that idea. It's been in my head for so long. It also depends on how many slots I have. Like I said, if I do a 10-to-1 ratio where it's I want at least 100 players on the server. So if I do that, it's 110 is not a 10-to-2 ratio, my guy. It would be a 10-to-1. Yeah. Yeah. I'm done. No, you're good. You're good, man. You're chilling. I gotta play some Hypixel with some of the SPKers. I've killed Avid, but he killed me like 3 times. I killed Avid. During Kit's birthday last year, so like August 22nd, I want to say. Last year, back when he was training for MCC Rising. I killed him, and then I don't know if he killed me, but I think Duvid killed me a few times. It was a lot of fun playing around and chasing them. So much fun. I haven't gotten to play Hypixel with any of them though. That is something that would be a lot of fun. Be right back. All right, sounds good, Jorby. Super fun. King Alfie has a Hypixel day in the works, doesn't he? I think so. Yes. Pretty sure. I don't remember if we settled on a date. I don't think we did. I could be wrong. I don't know. I try to pay attention, but I kind of forget to sometimes. I'm not as present as I'd like to be sometimes on a charity rewards. I thought that's what I was thinking too. So there should be one in the works. Probably sometime in August if I had to guess. You was busy getting dirt, yeah. I think my biggest flex of all time right now is I played on the Skyblock Kingdom server for 12 hours and got more dirt than Alfie had at that time. Alfie now has since broken the record. I'm assuming I was honorary Mangrove Kingdom. I'm just saying. I moderate for both members of the Mangrove Kingdom, so I was honorary at that moment. I'm claiming it. I had more dirt farmed than any of them at that one moment, and that is my flex. That is my claim to fame. Anytime somebody says, "What's your fact?" Infinite. Hey, man. Anytime somebody asks, I'm gonna be saying like, "Oh, I mined 25,000 dirt on Skyblock Kingdoms Season 2 for the Mangrove Kingdom." Whoa. Everybody's here. Bro, my friend Glide is in my Essentials DMs, all my favorite YouTuber. Can we not make fun of my misfortune in this trash username? I get it's kind of funny, but it's even more annoying than funny. That's fair. That is fair. Boop. 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 We're almost done here. Didn't mean to leave. No, I get it. It's fair. I would leave too. I'm rolling. Well, well, well. How the turntables turn. Or something like that. Let's flip my armor GUI. Ah. I got you. Mod mini, nice. I need to look into doing some more mods at some point. I need some more, I'd like to increase my render distance even more. Like, Bobby is nice, but it doesn't really increase my cap. I can get 32 render distance default, but, like, I mean, it just fixes your server render distance, so it's like, I don't know. I would desperately like to, oh, what? I desperately like to, what was I just talking about? I forgot. Just wait a few hours. Here, let me TPA over there and see. See if I can figure it out. It is age 4. And it has grown a little bit. It's just taking its sweet time. Have some of that. That'll make it a little more fun. I don't know why it's taking so long, though. Let me... Yes. Or TPS. Okay, that's working. Slash, game rule. Random tick speed 1. Just make sure that's set. Okay. Okay. It may just be bad RNG in all honesty. But, yeah. Am I dumb? Is desert biome bad? I don't think so. I don't think it affects anything. So, I mean, over there is all jungle, and it should be growing there, too. I don't know. Maybe it just takes, like, a long time to grow. Maybe it takes, like, 20 minutes or something. I don't know. Shrug, yeah. Okay. I need to get up here. I need to go back. I need food. That's what I need. Potatoes. I need some potatoes. There we go. Welcome back, Spicy. Hope you're doing well. Toss you out, and I don't need the bottle at this point. There we go. Okay. How much more do we need? I guess I missed a lot back here. Yeah. Okay. That's literally the wheat I planted when I first got on, and it stopped at 57%. Jeez. That's actually crazy. So that's been there probably for, like, what, 2 hours? I have Jade Mod on. Ah, okay, I gotcha. I figured once you mentioned the percentage, I was like, that would be, advanced, not advanced tooltips. That would be that mod, that one mod, Jade, and yeah. Can't wait to see my armband when I offhand a map. Nice, that's cool. That's actually really, really cool, yeah. Maybe Jinx went out of range for it to grow. That's a good point. Depends on how far away you've been going, but that would explain it. Simulation distance. What is our simulation distance right now? Hang on. About to find out. I will look it up. Let's see. Server properties, probably. Doesn't say. Where is our view distance? Is 32, 12. Our simulation distance is 12 chunks right now. 128 blocks is the random tick for the block simulation distance doesn't affect it. Oh, okay. I thought they updated that. But, maybe they didn't. Steve? Steve. Not too far, just was wondering if it was a mechanic of the server or something. King hates wheat. No wheat for anyone. No wheat. No more wheat. Is pi x-raying for structures allowed? I'm just curious. I would say it's fine. I think the server seed is out there somewhere, so it's no different than doing that, you know. Seed cracking isn't allowed, but I mean, at this point, it wouldn't matter. Yeah, no more meat. Yeah, no more spicy wheat peppers. Come on, there we go. Oh man. What's seed cracking? So seed cracking is where you take a list of coordinates and blocks and clouds and things that are tied very much specifically to the seed. Clouds used to be. I don't know if you can still do it with clouds, but you used to be able to do it with them. And you would take all of those and put it together into a program or something to help you find the seed that the world takes place in. So that's how they found like pack.png, which is a really interesting read or video. You can watch videos on that too. Or how they found PewDiePie's Let's Play world. People went through and they found times where coordinates were found, or they found a very specific set of terrain. There's a painting, the one with the skull, I want to say. That one, they found the background to it, which was interesting. Yeah, they've got all sorts of fun things that seed cracking can do. It's really cool. I want to learn more about it, but it takes so much time that I just know I don't have the time for it. But it's insane. It is. Let's see. Let me come down here and do that and that. Let's see what I did with Tricks SMP to find ores. I know it was wrong for me to do. Yeah, I would say like that. So, yeah, if you did like if you could find the seed to the world, there's programs that even do it for you, if I'm not mistaken now. Like, you can download a mod. But, yeah, finding everything and then boiling it down to just a few seeds, and then, that's how a lot of people actually do, it's not X-ray, but, you know, it kind of is to a certain extent. Just for namesake, we call it that, but it's not. That is how a lot of people do it now, is they just find the server seed and then they don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it just because I know who you are. That's crazy though. Seed cracker, I see. Use structures to crack the seed. Ocean monuments and villager towers. Yep. Yeah, you can do a lot with seed cracking. I'm not against it for this server, but I may put a attempt at a ban on it for next season. Only because people do use it for ores, and so it's hard. But at the same time, if we see any tunnels that look like X-ray, we'll just say, yeah, no, we're not gonna allow it. Infinite might be seed cracking. He got diamonds already. Yeah, totally. Yep. Gonna splash ban infinite journeys for I do like 1 second. We're trying to grow wheat and he is diamonding out. Yeah, I know. Crazy. I hope that does unban you. It should automatically, but we'll find out. Oh no, I got silly voiced. Wild behavior. King, yeah. My cat has too much sass. So does your mom. Silly voice. I'm gonna do Kermit if that's alright with you guys. That's just my favorite one to do at this point. What are your chords? Negative 800, 150. Hey Siri, set a timer for 5 minutes, please. Alrighty, everybody, we are going to be negative 800 your mom. You got him. You got him. Let's see. There's a thing you can do with servers, like an anti-crack. It randomizes the structures, so it's different from what your seed is. I think it's done on Spigot servers. I see. Okay. I'll look into that one, because that would be kind of nice. It wouldn't hurt anything necessarily, which would be kind of cool. I have been thinking about doing some custom generation as well for the next season, and specifically on the builder world. So the way season 3 is going, or season 4, sorry, season 4 is going to be working is we're going to have a world where it's made to be built in, and then we're going to have several worlds where you can actually go do your resource collection, go do your looting, all those types of things. So it may be cool to have like some sort of world where we do in specific we do a amplified terrain area where you could build in, or we could even add that as a custom biome, which is kind of what I'm really leaning towards, is doing a few custom biomes for King SMP Season 4. But I'm not gonna promise anything. I just think that would be really, really, really cool, if I'm entirely honest. Need a little more to drink. There we go. But you are still in the chat and you didn't come playing the fan rude. I know he's a little oh, now all that's coming to mind is Meanie Panini, and I feel like that's a little too far. I'm not gonna call him a fan of Meanie Panini. He's more, I don't know, he's up past his bedtime. Not to be that guy, but what are you doing awake? Like, somebody's awake a little late. Notch Apple W, we like Notch Apples. I also forgot to do a thingy here, like this. There we go. Come on, let's be nice. Let's be nice. I mean, you're not wrong. You have to go there, but you're not wrong. Yep, that's story of my life right there. I'm sorry, there's been a There's been a lovely piece of art put in my DMs. It's very beautiful, really. Very, very beautiful. I've been busy working on graphics tonight. Oh, that's fair. That's cool. That's really awesome, dude. I hope that's been going well then. I'm not going to spend any more time here. I think that's just a bad idea. Really, honestly, I think I'm dead. My brain just decided it was done today. Dude, okay, we're the same. I can do a wild current impression too. Let's go. I love myself a good Kermit impression. Hey everybody, Kermit the Frog here. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? What's on the other side? Gotta do Jay-Z laugh? I imagine Kermit and Jay-Z laugh the same. I don't even know how to laugh in this voice, in all honesty. It's just like like I don't know, it just comes out nasally, but like me still. I don't know, it doesn't really sound like Kermit. You just ribbit. Like, do a Kermit voice. All I do is I just ribbit while talking, I guess. Like, I don't know. Can't get up there. Ah, man, I didn't do much today, did I? Let's see if I can do like a different project just for a little bit. We can always come back to this one another day. But I do need to get more done. Like, we're really just not doing it. Did I wish I could DM you my Kermit Daisy laugh? I'm kind of scared of it. I'm not gonna lie. Sounds mildly terrifying. Do I have any light sources? Like, frog lights. Let me get some frog lights. Give me a second. Warped. Special warp frog light farm. Alright. I don't know. Ah. Hiccups. They suck, man. They suck. Alright. We're gonna place some lights down here really fast. And then I need to cover it all up, I guess. And then we need to figure out what we're doing on the other side, I suppose. I am losing feeling in my right arm. Why? I don't know. But I am. Okay. Just pretend it's not happening. And it won't happen. Okay. You know what? Fine. I will acknowledge. Okay. I will get up here. Hi. Swipe 4. Hello, welcome to the server. Oop. I work in 6 hours. Been fun hanging out, but I must sleep. See y'all tomorrow. Alright, see ya, Jinx. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Get some rest, dude. 6 hours before work. It's actually insane. Potatoes? Okay, you give me your potatoes, I'll give you my potatoes. I don't know if I have a head. Hang on. You can have a mega sheep. And an Enderman head. Enjoy. I do want to steal Kit's accent time because I can do so many. Do it. Absolutely. Thank you. You're welcome. A discovery has been made? A discovery has been made, you say? I mean, do you wish to share this discovery? Ta-da. My favorite has to be Scottish, German, Southern, or Kermit, wow. Kermit is the non-copyright version of Kermit. Kermit the Frog. Hey everybody, Kermit the Frog here. Says singing about the Rainbow Connection. He's singing about, like, I don't know, the I don't even know, man. Pig. Officer Bacon is down. I repeat, Officer Bacon is down. What? Officer Bacon? I made a mistake. Oh no. Kermit is depressed. Kermit, yeah. See, you made a mistake. That's mildly concerning is all. King, come here. I'm assuming you're over here. I don't know. Somebody's over here. Yep. Yep. Is it in the house? I can't get in. Just close your eyes, it'll be over. Sir Bacon was taken. Hello, welcome on in. Problem solved, problem solved. Have another mega sheep. I made a mistake, my grandma to my mom after I was born. That's crazy. How you doing today? I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself? Oh, server's struggling. Oh, ho, ho. I apologize. That was unfortunate timing for this chat. Just chilling. How do you do, Sir Bacon? So, I think the server might be having a stroke. Oh, I'm having a stroke. Okay, no. Everybody's having a stroke. I see. So, hang on. Just really fast. I have my suspicions. I do have my suspicions. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody's trying to DDoS. That's kind of cringe. Somebody's trying to DDoS. That's really cringe. Oh, they actually did it. Hang on. That was impressive. I'll give you that. Okay, let me see. Well, you didn't even take down the main server. That's the thing about that. Like, I'm just gonna turn it back on, like, right now, actually. And, get like, boop. Wow, you were so effective. Congrats. You took down my server. Fly mode is disabled. There we go. Congratulations. You did so good. So good. Okay, you're gonna keep doing it. Well, joke's on you. I was just about done for the day anyway. I'll take this as a sign from the heavens that I should have been done already. Let's see. I wonder who DDoSed. I've got like at least 2 names in mind, and it's Infinite or Alias. Definitely. I've now had 9,001 strokes. Congrats. If it hasn't killed you yet, it won't kill you ever, right? That's the thought. Army's got beef with King just because he's cool. I have literally been DDoSed by babies. Like, it's awful. They just hate me because they ain't me, or something like that. You know? It's kind of crazy, though. Seriously. It is kind of crazy. I'm actually being DDoSed right now. I could send you the IPs that are being blocked actively in front of my eyes. It is going to be interesting, though. Am I going to hear from my server host about this? You got timed out for foul language. What did you say? What did you even say? I'm going to drop a follow and head out. All right, see you later, Bacon. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate ya. Hate us because they ain't us. Why did anus get flagged for foul language? That's crazy. Crazy, Streamlabs. DDoSing a small server is cringe. It is. It is. But it's okay. Because you might be DDoSing my server, but I'm DDoSing your mom, and I refuse to elaborate on that. But just know, DDoSing is when you overwhelm a server with massive amounts of packets. Apply that to your mom and you'll know. What are you saying? What are you saying to get Streamlabs so... Oh no. Smart bot? Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that it figured that one out. That's funny. They're not gonna be able to say that they did stop this DDoS. That is gonna be the funny thing. Whoa. Oh my goodness. I got jumped. Try to get banned from King's chat too. Any percent. Okay. I don't know why they haven't tried to DDoS again, but I'm just gonna pretend that it's not gonna happen again, and I'm gonna keep building because I like building. Woo, building! I'm about to get King's chat too. Any percent speedrun, for real, for real. I don't have any more dirt. Okay. If the server comes down one more time, I will probably just wrap up. But the ads just started. That's like not good. Okay. Well, I will do what I will do. That is what I will do. It's because I do need to rest at some point tonight. I've been staying up till like off hours. I don't even know what hours, but they've been awful the last couple of weeks. And I want to be better about that. At some point, I would like to be better about that. DDoS and ads is crazy work. Hey, if you're gonna DDoS me, I'm gonna make you watch all the ads. I'm gonna shove ads down your throat if you're gonna DDoS me. Like, come at me, bro. I've got a lot of worse things to say about DDoSers. And I mean every single one of those things. Whole bunch of no-lifes. And then I'll say, I'm slamming your server. And it's like, no, dude, chill out. You paid somebody else to do it. Let's see. 2. I'm gonna do... Welcome back from the ads, everybody. Sorry about those, but they timed the DDoS to get me killed by mobs and therefore claimed that be transphobic. I just say, wow, rude. Yeah, honestly, dude. Targeted. Hate crime right there. You know what isn't a hate crime, though? What's going on between the DDoSer's mom and I. That is not a hate crime. That is just pure love. That is a love crime. Which sounds arguably worse. Sounds so much worse. I'd rather commit a hate crime than a love crime, I think. I'm sorry to anyone that may get hurt by that statement. But I'm just thinking, and, you know, that sounds a lot better to me. It's not personal, even though hate crimes are, by definition, pretty personal. I would argue love crimes are even more personal. Hang on, I gotta Google this. Is this a thing? Hate crime versus love crime. I don't want to use AI for that. Crime of passion. A crime of passion. Okay, that would be a love crime, yeah. A crime of passion is a crime that one commits in the heat of the moment without premeditation due to intense emotional distress. The motive is a strong, immediate emotional reaction, not a pre-planned or calculated act. Examples: a husband discovering his wife with another man and reacting violently. A crime of passion can be a mitigating factor in sentencing, potentially reducing the severity of the charge. Sweet. But hate crimes don't necessarily have to be premeditated either. That's the thing. Stop your love crimes against Gus. I'm not gonna do it. What is a love crime? Just crime of passion, okay. Man, why don't we start calling them love crimes? It just sounds so much more uncomfortable when it's really just about, like, heat of the moment. You know? I would love to say that in the courtroom, just like, Your Honor, my defendant was hurt by a love crime. King performs hate crimes on site if he hears someone say baguette all fancy. Oh, yeah. You say anything remotely French, and it's to the gallows with you. Like, I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm unapologetic about my French hate. Banned. You're banned, Jorby. You're banned. Actually. As soon as I figure out how to type. Everyone's getting banned for that one, actually. You know what? No, I hate humanity for that. Did the server get DDoS earlier? Yeah, how did you know? How did you know, Pi? I'm, like, actually curious. Did it flag? Hang on. Check general? Oh. Yeah, that would line up. Well, it's crazy that you gave me that, my guy, because, you know what I can do? Now that you gave me an account name... So, okay, little trick to anybody who wants to act like they're smart for DDoSing. There's this one little trick I have, and it's called the IC3, okay? About to tell you a little bit about this. The IC3 is a wonderful cybercrime unit to do with the FBI. And every single account that you share information with in relation to you DDoSing somebody is information that I hand to the FBI. And that's really easy info to get because Discord ties your names to IPs. It ties your names to browser data, which can then be accessed by Google. You just doxed yourselves, guys. You're idiots. You're actual idiots. So, like, Save yourself some time. Just stop. Because I'm going to get your computers taken away. Like, that's what I'm going to do. Because you're all children anyway. Like, I understand I'm not taking you to court over it. But, I am definitely going to get your computers taken away. So, stop being stupid. Man, them all, thank you. Thank you, Pi. You're a W. I don't know why DDoSers think they're so smart when they're so stupid. Like, genuinely. They're always threatening to hold your server captive for crypto. And it's like, sir, do you have any idea how the internet works? Like, genuinely? If you think you can escape the FBI, you're probably too stupid to understand that you will not escape the FBI. Because you can't. Okay. So, that's fun. You know what I can do? I can actually just turn on the server pause DMs, pause invites, boop. Oh, alright. Ban. All time. That's one. You guys are so fun. Spam. Ban. Spam. You guys done now? Good. Our system messages are so messed up. That's funny. Ugh. Little baby DDoSer thinks they can hurt us. Yeah. Children, actually, like, geez. Go get a hobby. Go find a woman. Genuinely. Like, she might help you clean up your life. I don't know. Sounds like you need it, though. Or go tell your mom that you love her. Maybe she doesn't love you. I don't know. But you guys are acting like fatherless children over here. Jeez. It's not even fun. Like, it's just boring. Like, you're not doing anything I've never seen before. Use special OS that stores in RAM and gets wiped after a boot. Just for DDoS. Yeah, they're never gonna be able to, like, actually fully to assume they have parents, honestly. It just makes me sad that there's people like this that exist. Like, it's not that hard to be a decent person, and yet they choose to be this. Go to rehab or something. Yeah, you could do anything and everything, and you're choosing this. That's what's wacky to me. Okay, if you joined within, like, the last 10 minutes or so, I'm probably just gonna kick you. Let's see. And if you were here before that, then you're gonna be good. I can only ban. I'm sorry. You're getting banned if you were joined in the last 10 minutes. There we go. I have to verify my authentication code. Okay. They're acting like they're reaching an audience of thousands of these. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I don't even have to sit here and do this. Like, I could just let you do it, but I was gonna wrap up stream anyway. And since you guys are clearly still watching the stream and giving me ad revenue and that gives me money and viewership, which gives me more exposure, I'm gonna keep doing it. Nexus net on top. Nexus net on top. Shut up. Just shut up. You're saying that for a soulless corporation that you're DDoSing with. For somebody who, quite frankly, doesn't give two flying fishes. Like, shut up. Okay? And if you don't, I'll make you shut up. That's not a threat, to be clear. That is a promise that I will get the FBI. They're going to take your PCs. They're going to take your Wi-Fi. They're going to tell your mom. Do you really want an FBI agent to come to your house and tell your mom that you're being a little jerk on the internet? Like, let's be real here. Because this is a crime. I want everybody to be well aware. DDoSing is a crime even on a Minecraft server. Did you know that? Because it is. And I can tell you exactly why. I also have all your IPs, by the way. You know, you should really try harder. But I can see all the IPs you're using here. And it's the same ones over and over again. So that tells me that you're not running this through a proper method. And, yeah, you just suck. It's really bad when I know how to DDoS better than you do. Because I'm not the guy trying to advertise this sad little scheme here. Like, oh my goodness, you actually got me. Crazy. Shut up, like, genuinely. Alright. Let's see. They're acting like they're reaching an audience with thousands of these. Heavy core, absolutely, get it. Gonna make another message, I just ask Gus for mine back. Either way, you can do whichever one. It's also like, if you're DDoSing, you're not even doing the cool hacking. Yeah, true. True. The crime unless it's on your own system for testing. Yeah. Yeah. Like, DDoSing a Minecraft server is still a crime as well. And I think a lot of people think, oh, it's just a Minecraft server, it doesn't count. No, it counts because I actually count this as a business. So, because you're destroying a community space for my business, it does very much count against you. And it hurts the tax income because I'm canceling my service with another business, which is a taxable event. I'm canceling my service with this provider because they haven't been able to help with the server performance. They actually still haven't gotten back to me about it. But they used to always claim that they never got DDoS. And that they mitigate all of them. And I haven't gotten a response from them yet saying that they've stopped it. Even though, you know, the DDoS is very much still happening. This is just, for me, this is confirmation that I don't want this provider right now. It's a crime unless it's your own system for testing, ad revenue for the win. Also, they showed me that they were on YouTube, so I can actually add that to the IC3 report, and YouTube can find out who is watching and when. Even though you didn't say anything, or maybe you did, I don't know. Somebody said, I'm gonna fart to you tonight in my chat, randomly. Don't know what that means, but pop off, I guess. Like, whatever. Gosh. I don't know. I could just sit here all night. I could do guitar stream if it weren't for the fact that I have family over. But because I have family, I gotta be quiet. Well, I could do electric. I don't know. The electric guitar has been sat alone for a while. I don't know. I probably should just wrap up and actually go do something else. I do need to make some videos and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, you know, that's probably the best. That's for the best. You know, I should be thanking everybody. You guys DDoSing me just reminded me I had to do things. Oh. Let's go find somebody to rage, shall we? That new? I don't even know, Spicy. I don't even know. I kind of want to eat ketchup. I don't know why, but ketchup sounds so tasty right now. Let me see if I can find somebody to raid into. You're usually a good one. Okay. YouTube, we're gonna wrap up here first. I want to say thank you guys for watching. Let me see if there's anybody to raid over here as well, but probably not. Okay, there is not. Thanks for streaming. Good night. Good night, Spicy. Thanks for hanging out. Goodbye, YouTube. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's lots of fun. And I'll see you guys again, I'm sure. Not tomorrow, but another day. Like Thursday. Bye-bye.